Hello, and welcome to Party of Two, where a married couple takes on the world of gods and monsters, where storytelling is king, and the rules are more like guidelines anyway. I am your host tonight, Haley Bell.
And I will be DMing the game. I'm Weston.
We are the married couple, as so spoken of in the intro. Okay, so we have a couple of quick announcements tonight.
Yes.
Number one is, drumroll please. We are officially going to be going live May 4th at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Twitch. In the description below, I will have the link posted for our Twitch channel, so please go over there and subscribe so you can watch us live, being creepy and crazy, and harass Weston as much as possible during the Twitch stream.
Oh, jeez.
Because we probably won't be watching the comments well, actually, no, we will, because I'll have it on my phone.
You'll watch the comments. I will be watching all of my notes and all of my prep and all of that stuff that goes into running one of these games.
Yes, as a professional performer, I have performed live many a time. Weston has only done it a handful of times when you were young.
Well, and honestly, just the amount of stuff that you got to manage as a DM.
I know.
Watching the comments is probably going to be low on the priority list.
That's going to be my job.
Yes.
That's my job. Anyway, so that is our first announcement. The second announcement for the night is that we are semi-sponsored this evening by Nat20 Design, which is a really cool company that may or may not have been started by me.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, it was started by me, but the reason I'm saying it's sponsored is because I actually did make these really cool coasters specifically for this game. They are available for purchase at nat20designco.com if you would like them, but these are the coasters that we use when Weston remembers to use them on the table.
Which rarely happens.
Doesn't happen all that often. But yeah, so those are our two announcements. I don't think we had anything else for the evening.
So,
yeah.
Ray, we'll get into tonight's episode of the Scions.
Yay! Okay.
So let's recap what happened last episode. So last episode was your visit to the theater and the opera house.
Yes.
Where you ran into some interesting different people and ended up getting involved with the Bellflower Network.
Yes, discovering the illegal smuggling of slaves out of Cheliax.
Yes. The halfling who had disappeared from the theater had not actually been kidnapped by anyone, but instead been liberated by the Bellflower Network. They had worked on getting him out of there for a little while. Unfortunately, it happened to coincide with these other people disappearing, which brought down unintended attention
from the Hell Knight.
Yes. In that you met Magdalene, and also
Vivienne.
Yes, Vivienne.
Mm-hmm.
I always have a hard time with pronouncing her name properly.
Vivienne. Italiano is Vivienne.
Both work with the Bellflower Network,
mm-hmm.
Getting halfling slaves.
Is it just Magdalene, or was it Lady Magdalene?
No, just Magdalene.
Just Magdalene. Okay.
She's not a lady. She's a farmer. Which is a position in the network.
I actually had that written down.
Read your notes. You then went to the Impaler, which is the local brothel.
It was not a torture chamber?
No. It is, well, but that's the thing, is it's the pseudo-temple to Callistria, mm-hmm. Whose symbol is a hornet. Or a wasp, and is right next to the Chapel of Zon Kuthon, so kind of fit the vibe. Mm-hmm. There, you met with the madam, who talked with you about her two missing girls. They had some issues with one of the patrons, who you decided to have them bring up to a room and question violently.
Mm-hmm. It was not fun for him. He did not find it pleasant.
No, he did not find it pleasant at all.
Mm-hmm.
So you questioned him. He himself didn't know anything about their disappearance. Mm-hmm. You did find out, however, that the girls had been headed off south of town, which you're starting to recognize that a lot of these people were seen south of town.
Yeah, which coincides with the disappearance, last seen locations of the 2 other people who've gone missing.
Correct. And so you asked the bouncer there where, what's down south, like what other places are there down there. And you found out about the Tipsy Fiend, which is a rundown dive bar. This is the place where you'd find some homemade moonshine, which fits with the bottles that you had found at the Rona
her
room.
house.
Yeah, in her room. And so now you have made those discoveries, but you decided to head back to the Citadel for the night to sleep in your own room rather than, get a room at the Impaler, and find out if you might have some help, possibly from the Hell Knights, with being able to get into the Tipsy Fiend and get some answers. Yeah. And that is where we begin tonight's adventure.
Are we actually back at the barracks at this point? Or are we still walking back?
You are walking back. So you guys, that's where we ended, is you were about to walk back to the Citadel. Is there anything you want to do on your way back to the Citadel?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think it's fine.
It's fine.
I don't have anything I want to do.
Okay. All right, so you and Stella, you guys start walking back to the Citadel for the night. As you're walking, though, you guys are walking through town. Hell Knights are fairly common in the area. I mean, you're going to see them a lot of times. But as you're walking back, suddenly you have a feel of someone kind of tapping you on your side. Because you guys aren't, you're just walking back. You're not running or anything like that. Suddenly you feel king, king, king on the back of your armor.
Hello?
Turn around and there is a small, younger child. It's not really small, but maybe think, 8 to 10 years old. Child that's there trying to get your attention.
Yes? Is it a boy or girl?
It's a little boy.
Is it a boy? Hello, sweetheart.
Hi, are you the Hell Knights looking for missing people?
I kind of glance at Stella like, okay, this is odd.
We heard there were some Hell Knights looking for the missing people.
Yes, yes, darling, we are.
The commander, Angeline, at the Temple of Iomade would like to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the commander, at the Temple of Iomade. It's down the street. Would like to talk to you.
All right. I kind of look at Stella. I'm like, I guess we'll go.
Yeah, you have a religion, right?
I better.
I'm fairly certain you do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, roll a religion check.
I know who that is. It's a natural 1, so that's a 6.
That's a 6. Okay. But this does remind me, as our first D20 roll of the night, I am reminded that I haven't given you your hero point. You might not want to use it yet, but that just reminded me.
Yeah, and for those who are not used to or familiar with Pathfinder 2E, you get a hero point, which lets you re-roll any D20 roll during the game.
Yep.
1 per session with a max of 3.
Yes, you get a hero point each session, and you can have up to 3 hero points at any given time.
These are our hero points. And yes, they're little Dollar Tree ones.
Little Dollar Tree, St. Patrick's Day coins. So you begin to, you rolled a 6. I mean, you know who Iomade is. She's a god. You know that much.
Yup.
So he indicates, right now, remember, you're still in the square, the main square of the town. In the middle was the statue. Across the street was the theater and the temple to Asmodeus. He indicates that the Temple of Iomade is down at the end, actually close to the theater. It's right at the most, north-south, eastern side. Wait. most western side of the.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you where you come in from the Citadel, you come in at the top of the circle. It's at the very bottom of the circle in the main center of town.
Okay.
So he indicates that temple's down there. She really wants to talk to you. Can you come now?
Yes. Yes, that's totally fine. I would like to roll for intent. Make sure this young man is not actually like trying to get us away.
Sense motive
Yes.
is what you'd like to do.
Sense motive.
All right, you use your perception or society.
Perception, since I have no society. 17.
17. He seems earnest. He seems like he was, just doing as he's told to do, and that he really needs you to come with him right now.
All right.
You can tell from that roll that he does seem to be afraid of you.
Because I'm a Hell Knight or because I'm a Tiefling?
Probably Hell Knight.
Okay.
I mean, you don't know.
Oh, well,
he
can't really see because I've got my helmet on.
Yeah, you got your helmet on, but you got your tail, don't you? Is the tail going around behind you?
It's kind of out there a little bit.
So, yeah, that's kind of obvious.
All right, so I guess Stella and I will just follow.
Right. You walk across the town to the Temple of Iomade. The Temple of Iomade, you notice it is white type stone, very utilitarian. It is not ornate, but you do see most of the ornamentation that you will see are things like sword, emblems and shields, and somewhat militaristic. It almost looks more like a barracks than a temple.
All right.
So as you walk up, there's two.
Wait, as Haley, not as Anna. Isn't Iomade the goddess of knowledge?
No.
No. Oh, nope.
Wrong.
Nope.
No.
Totally wrong.
Just messed up with some
game.
D&D. Yeah.
Sorry. Nope. Got it.
No, Iomade.
This is not D&D.
No.
Okay.
Iomade is the.
She's the human that was the.
Yes, she's Chilaxian. She went to fight the Whispering Tyrant.
Yep, she's a war god.
Yes, she managed to become. She is lawful good, and is a very militaristic goddess. Again, this is not your character knowing. A commander is the role given. It's not a priest that's in charge of that. It's the commander that is. So it's a very militaristic order. Almost, if you mixed a more militaristic version of the, church, they do Salvation Army. The Salvation Army, all of their
actual army.
Yeah, because the Salvation Army, all of their clergy, it is military rankings. So it's kind of like that with a bit more on the militaristic side.
Okay, cool. I was confused. So, but Anna, all she knows is that it's a god. Okay.
Iomade. Yeah, I've heard of her. She's Chilaxian. That's about all I know.
All right. So Stella and I follow.
Yeah. The little boy pushes the door open and then come on. And he kind of just runs in, going down the hall. As you walk in, you see in this chapel, it is still a church, and you still has that church feeling. There are lots of pews and rows for people to sit in for prayer. A lot of archways. So it's made up of tons of archways, all coming up to a point. So it almost looks like there's tons of sword points, if you can imagine the design is. Everything's made in type of that military sharp point idea is the motif throughout the chapel. As you look down at the end where he runs up to a woman who is dressed in armor. Almost like this is the light side of the Hell Knights. So like the Hell Knights are neutral, almost on the evil side. This is the same lawful, militaristic type order, but on good. And so it is clean, polished steel, very little ornamentation. Again, all of it's slightly Spartan, but beautiful in its simplicity.
All right.
And
what was the name of the commander again?
The commander's name is Angeline. And the last name is Ionu. Ioniou. She is human. Short cut hair. Very masculine in a way. In all truth, would actually remind you a lot of your own commander.
Right.
And she, as the boy runs in, he kind of whispers to her, and she looks up, sees you there, and puts her hand on her sword and begins walking down the aisle towards you there.
Right. Being a fairly respectful individual, I do stop and wait for her to approach us so that she feels like we're not invading, and then do kind of the respectful greeting, which I can't remember at the moment.
Well, I don't think that doing the chain and measure would probably be...
But isn't there one for just Cheliax in general?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just going to do the this thing.
Okay.
And
just a simple sign of respect. Yeah. And then she walks up to you. Are you the Hell Knights? He says you are the Hell Knights that were looking for the children. The individuals who gone missing. We heard that there were some Hell Knights asking around.
Yes, ma'am. Commander, we are.
We made a complaint to the... Well, we've had our own... acolytes looking, but we also did report to the Hell Knights, but I don't think they cared enough for the poor and needy to make this known. There are probably more people missing than you know about.
Explain, please.
We know of 3 in particular, also young children. We here at the Temple of Iomedae, we do a lot to help feed those who are less fortunate than ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so every day we provide meals, and there are a lot of young, less fortunate children in the area who will come. And we have been missing 3 in particular. They are Fide, Fide, Piso, Piso, and Dora. These are 3. They are less fortunate children. They come here for food. Sometimes they will sleep here when they get caught out in a storm or something like that. We know them well.
They're homeless.
Homeless, not necessarily, but their parents work out in the fields and are not quite able to provide.
So they're alone. A lot of the time.
All
right.
Those 3 we know in particular because they come very regularly. They have a very good relationship with most of the acolytes here. They were here pretty much every day a lot of their growing life. And they're gone. We've checked.
What do their parents have to say?
Their parents are distraught, definitely. We have talked to them. They don't know where they are either. They asked us to look because they knew that they were here often. Mm-hmm. And that is why we did make the report, but we are in Cheliax.
I look to Stella to kind of gauge how she's reacting to this.
Stella, remember, Stella is loyal to the Hell Knights, not necessarily to Cheliax.
Mm-hmm.
And so she, Stella, in her saying this, it does not matter the station. The law indicates that all citizens are protected within our city. We uphold the law to any, high or low. And the commander, looks at her. Yes, if only it were so simple. Law is what should always rule. Unfortunately, in practice, it does not always follow in life.
How long ago did they go missing?
It's been weeks. Probably about 3 or 4 weeks since we have seen them. And we have had over the last couple of months, the number of poor and less fortunate who come for food and help from time to time has been cut in half.
Do you think that they're in danger? Or do you think that they might have found something better and moved on?
These people do not have skills generally to go find something better. The reason they are in the situation they are is have not been able to accomplish more. They have no station. They have no capital from which to begin businesses. And no, I think they're dead. Or sold.
Is there, and I kind of look around are there parishioners close to us? This is a very fairly private conversation?
There are a couple parishioners. Iomade, though very popular in Cheliax because she was Chilaxian.
Mm-hmm.
She is not, this is Citadel Enferac. This is lawful, neutral to lawful evil Hell Knight territory. So it's not the most popular and attended goddess. But there are a couple practitioners, and there are some acolytes around. They also are wearing, most of them, some type of armor or things like that.
But this is a fairly private. Like, we're kind of away from everybody else.
No,
we're not. This is like just in the middle of all of this.
Yes.
All right. You kind of look around and don't want to speak ill of our order, but you did indeed report this.
Yes. 3 times.
To the captain?
Which captain?
My captain? Hold on just a second. I do not know
which captain you would serve under.
I will tell you right now. Trianus. Captain Trianus.
Oh, no. There is a individual at the gates that takes requests to be then brought into the Citadel for reports of issues.
Do you remember the name of the Hell Knight that took the complaint?
There was a couple of different times that we took the complaint there, and there were oftentimes different people manning the location at that time. Let me think.
It's fine. I was just wondering if it was one particular individual or if it was...
No, there were a number of different individuals that manned that gate at different times. I can only imagine that the report was taken farther in and decided that it was not worth their time.
All right. Without the official... I know you're going to hate this answer. Without the official go-ahead from the captain, I can't do anything officially. Officially.
Yes, well, I imagine most likely the missing persons that you are looking for, who were finally important enough to garner attention, probably are the same that have taken our parishioners. And as such, I'm hoping that as you stop the one, it will stop those who do the other. For they are probably one and the same.
I can promise you this, Commander. And I reach out and just kind of like touch her shoulder and like not like touch her shoulder like in a like in a emphasis kind of way.
Okay.
I am not going to stop until we figure this out. So I will give you an answer.
Roll a d20, give me a perception check real quick.
16 plus 7, so 23.
Okay, good roll. You notice that as you reached out, her sword came out of her scabbard just slightly. And then calmed.
You have nothing to worry about from me, and I will make sure this is taken care of.
Thank you. Our only hope in sending the boy to get you was I wanted the Hell Knights that were actually looking into this to understand that this is larger than maybe the couple of names they probably gave you.
Could you possibly give me an estimated number of people that you believe may be missing?
Of those who would come to us for aid from time to time, some of the parents, again, of these poor areas of town that have indicated, I would guess 15.
That's a lot.
Yes. Again, they come from areas where we are believers in law and in truth. And truth, some of these people are less reputable. We try not to judge when they come for help from us, but trusting where they might have gone is, again, if it was one or two, I would say, yeah, they probably left or got themselves into trouble. But 15.
No, that is worrisome.
And they did tend to be those with injuries, those that were young, those that would be more vulnerable.
The high-risk population.
The prey.
It's an interesting way to put it.
Those who wish to prey upon the weak look for the weak to prey upon.
You're not wrong. So specifically, Fide, Paizo, and Dora.
Yes, those are three that we know.
Know for sure they are missing.
Yes, and gone. No one
Right.
can find them. We knew them well. We knew where they went. We knew their friends. We knew their parents. No one knows.
Speaking of their parents, do they live nearby? I know it's getting a little later
Out in
in
the
day.
grocer's district. They work out in the fields. They do not own the farm, but they work in the field, so they'd be in housing over by the grocer's district.
Do you happen to have an address or something that we could go look? And I'm looking at Stella kind of like, are you good with this? Like, because I know we're supposed to be getting back.
They are not all of the same family.
No, yes, I understand that.
So you wanting all of? Do you want if it's all of the, or do you want?
If you happen to have the address for all three of them, I would be much obliged. Or much appreciated.
I know that
Appreciative.
Fide and Dora. Fide's house. It's a small cottage, log single-story building, with white shingles and a roof, nicely trimmed with hedges. Well kept. The family works hard to keep up their home. They again, grocer's district. If you go from the last open stall, 3 houses down.
And that's for Fide.
Yes, his father's name is Ernest.
All right, we'll start with him.
And then I have not talked with the mother myself. And then the Dora's house is a little farther south. If you walk along there, is plaster and wood framed single-story building, brown shingles and vines covering the walls and roof. So the vines is what thing that gives it away.
Right.
I believe that her father makes his own wine back there. He's. I've spoken with the mother. Her name is Trym, Trym.
All right.
So you can talk to them if you'd like. Again, we've spoken with them. They work a lot, so they are rarely home, which is why the children oftentimes were found here.
Do you, in your honest opinion, do you feel like it would be worth it for us to go speak with the parents? Or will they really not know much?
They really will not know much. They, especially, I would say, Fide's parents are good people, but when the pay is low, they work so much. Again, I think the children probably spent more time here than they did there.
Do you know when was the last time anyone saw them?
About 4 weeks ago.
Do you know where they were? Was it here? Was it out in the square? Was it...
I do not. They would go play, during the day, and one night they did not come back, and next day they did not come back. And so then some of the children who had befriended them went to where they knew they lived, and their parents had not seen them. They thought they were sleeping here. And so then we went and asked other places, and no luck.
All right.
But again, it's in the Grocers District. The Grocers District is southwest part of the town.
I was about to ask if it was south. Have you found that there's been any kind of localized congregation of these people who are missing? As in, are they mostly from the same area?
Most of them were, again, the lower income. So on the south side of town, there's 2 sections. There's the Grocers District, where a lot of the farm workers work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where quite a few of the children come from. And then farther east, towards the mountain, but still in the southern part of town, is where things get a little dicey.
But they were to the south. Most of the individuals that have gone missing,
yes,
are from the south.
That would be the poorer part of town. So yes, all those that we would help are generally from that area.
I give Stella a very significant look.
She looks back at you and like, you can tell that some of the talk has annoyed her a little, but it might be annoyed at what she said, or honestly some of the fact that it didn't get looked at sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Stella is a true lawful neutral character.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. I can promise you again, Commander, now that this is at my attention, our attention.
Stella turns and nods to you.
We will make sure that this is looked at.
Thank you. That is all that we can ask.
And if you need anything at all, please feel free to ask for Arminger Anduriana.
You're only an Arminger.
I mean, hell, yes. We are Armingers, but we will be full-fledged very soon.
That would explain the courtesy. Well, thank you. I am pleased to hear, and I hope that this is helpful in your investigation, and we can stop this.
Yes, thank you very much.
We here at the Temple of Aramide are not without our resources, and we are not. We are very capable, but we are limited in our resources.
I understand. Well, thank you. Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
And she will touch her chest to chain and measure.
Chain and measure. I look at Stella and I'm like, let's go. Let's go.
Stella does the same salute and follows you out. And as you're walking south, everything seems to lead south.
I know. What?
15 people and they didn't.
And children. That's the part that bothers me the most, is these children are disappearing in our city.
Yes.
And 3 different Hell Knights had it reported too.
And it took a nobleman's daughter to disappear
Unfortunately, that's not completely...
It should be.
I know. I agree.
Well, now we're on the case, and we will get this solved, but we most likely should...
Head back.
Yes.
All right. And it's like nearing...
It's nearing dusk. So, I mean, between the walk down from the Citadel, investigating multiple locations at this point, you are nearing the later end of the day. So you walk back to the Citadel without issue. As you, again, you'll go through the merchants and artisans district, the blacksmiths and all that, trades district, and then up the long stairs and pathway up through that first checkpoint where there are gates. As you get there, they will stop for a moment, double check who you are, make sure that you have permission to enter, that you are Hell Knights. But the moment they see your armor, they will again open up the gates and wave you through, chain and measure. Good night to you all.
Chain and measure. Good night. When we get in, I want to go straight to the captain.
Okay.
Regardless of what time it is. And if we've missed dinner.
Actually, you notice dinner is still being served.
Good.
There's always food being served in the kitchen because if you think about it, again, people are constantly on different shifts.
Rotating.
Yeah, rotating shifts.
Rotating girds.
So you'd need to have, different people on, food always ready depending on what's going on.
Yeah. All right, so I go straight to Captain Trionis.
Okay. As you come in, she's there. She's at her desk. Being captain, there's a lot of paperwork and reports and things to do. So she is sitting at her desk, filling out her report as you walk in.
So I've taken the helmet off as we've made our way into the compound, and I kind of just have it in my hands, and when we enter in, I stop at the door and kind of knock, knock, knock. Don't want Letty to freak out.
Yep.
Knock, knock, knock. On the door. Is the door open?
The door was open.
All right,
yes.
So just on the door frame.
She looks up from her report. Anduriana, Stella, how was your investigation? Did you find anything?
It was very illuminating. There's something that Stella and I would like to speak with you about, however.
Yes, she shuts her full, papers, puts her papers together, sets them aside, sits up straight. Yes, what can I help you with?
So I go in and kind of motion Stella in, and I shut the door behind us. I say...
At that, she kind of raises an eyebrow a little bit at you shutting the door, but is listening.
We did, as you requested. We did look into the missing individuals. And
Any word on Rona?
Yes, it looks like Rona ran away with a young man from town. But they were last seen going the same direction to the south, as well as two young women from the Impaler. That were also last seen going south.
One moment. She reaches down, book, pulls out her copy of the report to see the names as you present them.
So, Ninus and Rona, we believe that they were having a dalliance together, and they were both last seen southward. However, there seemed to have been some type of upheaval before Ninus had left. The part that, as well as Erica and Malia, there's nothing happening at the Impaler that makes us believe that there was something there that would have caused a problem, but they were last seen heading south Apparently the Tipsy Fiend was a place that was fairly common for them to have gone to. The part
Roll a sense motive.
it's 16.
16. Her eyes become very attentive when you say the Tipsy Fiend.
Fantastic. This is the part I'm concerned about, though, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
The commander of the Iomade Church, God.
The what?
Iomade God.
Yes. The
commander.
Yes.
She.
What is her name? I've met her before.
Commander Angelina.
Yes. Good soldier. Yes, I've.
Yeah, that
acquainted.
girl. She sent a messenger for us, and we went to speak with her.
Oh.
She made 3 complaints of missing people, parishioners, those that she knew, that the church knew, that had been disappearing. She made them to the Citadel. I double-checked.
Wait, how long ago?
3 to 4 weeks.
Wait.
She believes that there are at least 15 people who are missing, including 3 young children.
So if I understand, the list is not the list I gave you. Is that 15 including the ones I gave you?
No, in addition to.
So
20.
20 people are missing from the town.
Yes. I don't... Obviously, we just returned. I don't know what happened. But I verified with her. She made a complaint 3 times to the guard at the gate. Different guards. She believes, and I am starting to suspect as well, there's something much bigger going on than just people disappearing. There's something happening in the south of town.
You mentioned the Tipsy Fiend.
Yes, that's the only place in that direction that anyone seemed to think held any significance.
Yes, well, it would, for nefarious deeds. It is in what would be the slums of town.
Since we never get out.
Yes. The Tipsy Fiend is a... whenever there are... How do I say this? Oftentimes the vermin come from the same nest. And Tipsy Fiend is a favorite nesting ground for the vermin of the city. We have had numerous raids there for different issues.
Does slavery happen to be one of them?
Generally not. I mean, the slave trade here, since it is legal, is generally not needed to be hidden in that same way.
Right.
Bootleg, items and, substances, definitely. Unauthorized prostitution, definitely. The nefarious deals, crimes, theft, all of these things, any unsavory deal that can be made has been made in the Tipsy Fiend. They are fairly closed-mouthed when we have tried to get information previously.
Do they... The commander seemed to believe that all of these individuals who have gone missing are dead.
Really?
Yes. She didn't indicate why.
What type of individuals were these that are missing?
These are from the lower lower class populations, the poor, those who didn't have anywhere to go, or very little, those who would not be noticed, except for those who look for them.
True. Very true. And if it were a small amount, I would say it happens. Those who do not find a home sometimes go to a new place to find a home. They run into problems, which oftentimes would happen at the Tipsy Fiend. But 15 to 20 people is...
And they all of them that were reported by the commander are in the south part of the city, which is understandable considering they are the lower class, but there's something happening in the south of this city. Something right underneath the nose of the Hell Knights.
This is problematic. Yes, I agree. How can I help? What do you need?
I wanted to report that there seems to be a breakdown in the reporting practices of our keep, of the Citadel itself.
Yes, that will need to be addressed. I will work on finding out who took those reports. Were they actually notated and just not passed? Where did the breakdown happen? We need to know that.
Yes. But I believe what needs to happen at this point is that we need information from the Tipsy Fiend. And as you said, it doesn't sound like we will get much information going dressed like this. So, with your permission, I would like to take Stella and possibly a few others as a bit of a undercover party to go see if we can get any information of what might be happening at the Tipsy Fiend or in the area. That's a good place to start. But we can't be Hell Knights. We have to be different.
That would be possible, but Anna, I don't think you're quite an infiltrator.
Why?
You are a bit of a blunt individual.
I can be
Stella,
soft when needed.
And both of you are fairly noticeable. And you've been walking around town asking questions.
Do we have anything that could possibly disguise us? Like
there are spells, higher level spells. Generally, they don't last. They have a limit on their time tables.
That just is what feels like needs to happen next. And I would like to follow this through, if possible. If not, then...
I have two options. I've got two options for you. One, yes, we can see what we can do about disguises. And if you are confident in your ability to act, give a moment and roll high charisma rolls.
I mean, I have pretty high performance.
That would not be a performance. That would be generally diplomacy checks and things like that.
I have pretty high diplomacy.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. It's a 6.
Yeah. Or the other option is information. Brutus has contacts. There's Doyle. He's one of your instructors. As the signifier in charge of oh gosh, what would be the word? It's like in charge of the money and the
accountant,
the economics of the economics of the Citadel. He knows individuals who buy and sell.
So you think he might know something about the Tipsy Fiend then?
I think he might know someone who might know something. I have heard he might have a contact in the underground.
Would we need to go see that individual, or would that individual be brought to us?
No, you would definitely. I would talk to Brutus. Brutus, they are not my contact. I do not. No, Brutus, however, may be of assistance. So those are your two options I can see. On the one hand, I could see about getting a signifier to go with you. To be able to cast spells to help with disguises. Or...
Wouldn't we run into the same problem, though?
Which?
If I or Stella, being as obvious as we are, wouldn't we run into the same problem of going to see this individual, the contact?
No, the
People would
contact
recognize us.
knows we are Hell Knights.
No, yes, but anyone that they know.
Yes, well, I would recommend wearing, not, you wouldn't need the disguise. It's not the same as walking into the Tipsy Fiend and beginning to ask questions of people, so they're looking at your face.
There's nothing wrong with my face.
That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you would be recognized as you came talk to him. If he recognized you as Hell Knights, it would not be a problem.
Right, I would just worry about the contact staying safe or staying in contact if there are others that know that they're meeting with Hell Knights.
I'm sure that Brutus has a way that he works with this. I will
stop asking questions that you cannot answer.
Yes, thank you. Good work.
All right. Thank you. Was there anything else that you needed from us at this time?
No.
Captain?
You've done very good work.
Thank you.
You have done more than was expected would happen with this. Everyone thought this would just be, find the daughter is, shacked up in, some other nobleman's son or something like that, but 20 people.
Yes.
That is, and,
it's a concern.
Brutus.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I just...
Chain measure.
Out. In just a second, the window has to be shut because I'm really cold. Alright. Window right there. It's really cold. Okay. All right. Okay.
So, and again, you have both options. One, I can find a signifier who might be able to go and cast spells of disguise, or you can speak with the contact.
So. We'll speak with Brutus first, and then I will let you know. Thank you. All right, so we turn around and leave, and then kind of look at Stella, and I'm like, I just realised we lost our dog.
Yeah, he would have disappeared into the...
It was 8 hours, though.
4.
8.
Was it 8 hours? Okay, then he's still walking with you if it's 8 hours. I didn't think it was 8 hours.
Hold on. It doesn't say.
Let me see. Should say they're up in the top description.
I didn't see it.
Area.
I think it's 8.
Activate statue by person causing...
I think we should go with 8. I want a couple more hours with the dog.
You're slain, one form reverts.
Please, DM, I want the doggy for 4 hours.
The Onyx dog can be activated once per week and remains in its form for up to 6 hours.
Okay.
It's right at the bottom.
Has it been 6 hours?
I would say not yet. So he's still walking with you.
So he's with us. Here's your little boost. Hi. So he's still with us. All right. So as we go back to the quartermaster, I know we have to return. That's not embarrassing at all.
Yeah.
But I know we have to return the... Has it been there the whole time?
I've been trying to subtly.
All right. Well, subtlety is not necessarily our forte.
Strong suit.
God, next time tell me sooner. So we're going to go to the quartermaster and return all of our things. But I'm keeping Bruce. So we go to Tiber.
All right.
And start removing. We go through the door into the area.
Yeah, you come around. You go into the quartermaster's office.
Like, knock, 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 knock.
He looks up.
Hello, love.
Hi, Anna.
Hello, love. So we had a good time.
Well, good.
It was wonderful. Wondrous things were had by all. I'm keeping Bruce.
Who's Bruce?
Come here, baby.
You named the dog.
Of course I named the dog. If I'm going to name a sword, I'm going to name the dog. And as he comes up and he sits down next to me and I say, so this is Tiber. Don't ever let him tell you that you do not belong to me, because you do. You're mine.
When did you summon him?
I summoned him 4 hours ago.
You do realize that in 2 hours he disappears and you can't summon him again for a week.
I know, but then in a week, I can summon him again and then he's my dog.
No, you cannot keep him. I have not assigned him out to you.
I know.
For a day, I can maybe make that 2, but I cannot sign him out to you permanently.
No, Tiber, listen to me. Listen. This is what we're going to do. How many of these do you have?
1.
All right, so you have just enough. That's fantastic. So you are going to put him back on the shelf, correct? How many times do you actually put him out? How often is he used?
Not often.
Right, okay. So you put him on the shelf. And in a week, you know what we're doing, right? We're working missing persons cases. There are at least 20 people missing from the town.
I heard it was like 4.
No. It's like 20.
20?
I'm not exaggerating either. Stella? Right? Stella, back me up on this one?
Well, that's a lot more people.
Yes. So, I give you Bruce back when he reverts. And in a week, he is my companion to continue looking for the missing people.
Do you think this is going to last a week?
Of course it's going to last a week.
I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal.
All right.
You get your captain to say that I can release this item into your custody, and I will be more than happy to give it.
Okay, right. I'll be right back. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back.
I'm the quartermaster. This is my place. Where else do I go, Anna?
You go get food every once in a while. Stay here. I will be right back. And I turn around.
He starts polishing his shield.
I'm like half out of my armor. And I clap. And I go back to Captain to her chamber. Knock. One more time.
She's still writing.
Quick question.
Yes?
Quick question.
Yes.
Ma'am.
What can I do for you? Again?
So, this is probably going to be a little bit more involved and in depth of a mission, and I just wanted to know if I could have your permission to have an extended item checked out to me for this mission.
And what item is this?
It's the wondrous figure. It's just to help with tracking down things. It's the dog.
Oh. She's like, did the dog come with you, or is it still there with Tiber?
Did.
Okay. She looks down at the dog.
He was very helpful today.
What summons this dog? What is this dog?
It's a statue that then you put on the ground, and then he is able to understand my commands. We can talk to each other. And
can I see this item?
It's the dog.
Oh.
The dog is literally the item right now.
What does it look like when it's not the dog?
It's a little statue.
Oh, black one?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh.
So I can have an extended... Yes, all right, thank you. Thank you very much. I will tell Tiber.
Wait. There is paperwork. She pulls a sheet out of her desk, begins filling out the requisition order. One
And I'm standing there
onyx
very matter of fact.
dog. Okay. Sign here that you are responsible for this item and its return. If, in the event that is not returned to the quartermaster, when requested and when needed, you will be responsible for the value of the item. I believe something like that's like 3 silver, 3 gold. I mean,
It's 34, but that's fine.
34 gold. Okay. So if it's 34 golds, yes, you'll be responsible for returning that or 30 lashings.
Could we just you just take my pay for a little while?
Yes.
Without the lashings.
Possibly. How about you just return the item?
Okay, I'm just okay. All right.
The item,
all right,
if it is gone, must be replaced at its cost.
Got it. Fantastic. Thank you very much. And I very quickly take the requisition order and I walk away before she changes her mind. And I'm like, Bruce, come.
Starts barking and stuff like that.
Shh.
The Hell Knights around you are looking at like, why is there a dog in the Citadel? Who brought in a dog? You were going to get to know, and it's like the dog girl now or something like that. She's at Tiefling with the dog.
I only have them for like 2 hours, Noel. It's fine. All right, so I go back. So I head back to Tiber, and I go back in, and I take the requisition form and right in front of him, and I say, "There is what you need. Bruce is mine."
He takes a look at the order. No skill, my plate. Go ahead. He's yours until I ask for him back.
You're not going to, right?
I would only ask for it back if there was a greater need from one of the signifiers. And if they need something like this, they summon up a devil or demon to do it.
Exactly.
Again, that's why I don't check it out very often, because generally it's a demon or devil they summon up to do the work.
So Bruce is mine.
Bruce is the Citadel's, and you have requisitioned him as a part of your equipment.
AKA mine. Got it. Thank you very much. Speaking of
You'll be the death of me.
Probably. So I take all the rest of everything.
Give me that.
I give everything else to him, and
sword.
I say, we didn't have to use the sword at all. I didn't even unsheath it. It's fine. Do you happen to have my other armor?
Why?
Because I need my other armor.
You'll wear this again tomorrow. Just let me buff it out and... Wait, let me see it. He takes it. He's like, no combat?
No.
Looks like I see a shoulder plates out of whack a little bit.
It's fine.
Interesting.
If you...
A little dusty is all. I mean, if you hadn't, and if nothing's hurt on it, and you're taking it again tomorrow, you can keep it for the moment.
Oh.
I'll mark it down, check, that was checked out at the end of the day, and then, yeah, you'll just wear it again tomorrow.
Does my sword happen to be ready?
I'm sorry, I've lost it in the midst of the other 50 swords I have back there.
All right. I'll be happy with Bruce. Thank you very much.
And he hands you back the black sheath with the +1 swords. You can use that as well. I mean, again, didn't have to, there's no reason to return it at this moment. It does not need any work done on it.
All right.
So.
All right. Well then, thank you. Thank you very much.
And keep you got the dog.
I've got the dog.
Did you have to use any of the other items?
No.
Now, remember,
just the dog.
You won't be able to summon this dog again. For a while. Yeah.
Just a week ago.
Let me know if
do you happen to have anything that would boost that? Where like I could.
Nope, that's the nature of the enchantment.
Sooner than a week.
That's the nature of the enchantment.
Could we change the enchantment?
No.
All right. Is there a second statue? Oh wait, no. I'm gonna go. Thank you. Thank you very much, Tyler. Thank you. Say hello to your mum. Bye.
I haven't seen my mum in a decade. Stella follows you. She just took her armor too because he said keep your armor. Mm-hmm. She dealt with him while you were off getting your requisition order, and so she is actually back in the kitchen, back in the not the kitchen but the mess in the mess hall, waiting for you. She's got some food.
All right, and I've got sweet little Bruce right next to me. Right, so I drop all of my things off next.
We still have the dog.
Of course, we still have the dog. Why wouldn't we still have the dog?
Well, I thought we had to turn it in at the end of the day.
Well, I got Captain to allow me an extended requisition of the dog.
You named the dog.
His name is Bruce.
You shouldn't have named the dog.
To Stella. She's going to be your auntie.
She will reach down and touch the dog, and
because Bruce can talk to me, right?
Yeah, he can talk to you.
He can talk to both of us. So I look at him and I said, "This is your auntie Stella."
In your mind, that's what he says.
He sounds like Scooby-Doo.
Yes, he does. He's a dog.
He does not sound like Scooby-Doo.
Okay, what does he sound like? You decide.
He sounds like right, Auntie Stella. Got it. He just looks at me and then
he's an Aussie dog.
He's Aussie.
All right. So your Australian Mastiff.
No, he's a Cane Corso.
Okay, you're Cane Corso.
Italian Mastiff.
Which shouldn't it be an Italian-like name then?
No, because I believe in paradox.
Okay. Is there as Stella has gotten you a plate as well of there's some sausage and boiled potatoes.
So I sit down and I take one of the sausages and I feed it to Bruce. I'm like, here, baby, you can have that.
You do realize that he's a magical creature and doesn't need food, right?
That doesn't mean he doesn't like it. Do you like sausage, Bruce? Am I having to speak for him?
You gotta speak for your own dog.
Right. What? So, like, what is this? It's sausage, darling. Right. Oh. Okay. And then he just eats it.
All right.
And then he sits down next to me and puts his paws down and puts his head down and he just kind of looks up at me and like, we doing anything else today? Like, no, we're not doing anything else today. You're going to sit and enjoy yourself. He's like, all right, that's fine.
Now, did you take are you still holding like your armor and your sword?
I went back and I put it all down.
Okay, you didn't say that part. All right.
No, I did.
So you went and put that down in your area, in your chest.
My things and then I went to the mess.
All right. So you eat your food. It's yummy.
Just so wonderful.
Stella looks over at you.
Stella, do you have a problem with slavery?
No.
You think it's fine?
I think it is fine when done legally. Some people, they have no other way to provide. I mean, a lot of slavery.
Not slavery, that's indentured servitude. Those things are different.
Not necessarily.
Indentured servitude, you eventually work it off.
Well, you can a lot of times pay off your slave contract if you can earn enough to do it. But also remember, slaves are fed. They have a place to live. I mean, depending on the nature of the slavery, it can not be a bad position for some people who would be far more destitute. You look at those children. Like, they have to go to the local church to get fed. What would be better? That and questioning if you can have a meal or not. I mean, I think
But
in some
having,
cases it could be a better situation for many.
but being told what to do, how to do it, all the time.
Well,
No
aren't we all?
freedom, no freedom to come or go, choose what you do with your life. You got to choose to be a part of the Hell Knights. What about those who don't get to choose what they do? They are
Most
told what to do.
oftentimes in many people's lives, it comes down to not choice, but what options you have. And for some, there aren't that many options. You're right. I had an option to come here. Many in my family did not have options. They dealt with what they had. It's like we ate what we could hunt. If it was a bad year for hunting or for game, people died. I see a consistent promise of daily food and a place to lay your head is more than some people have.
But
You
don't
know,
you
there's
see at the end of that, there are shackles?
in a perfect world, we're all shackled. If all of us were slaves to the law, then there would not be war. There would not be so many problems. When you look
But
at
we'd
the
have to be shackled to the same law. You look at Ravenel. Ravenel does not allow slavery. But if we were all shackled to the same law, what law would that be?
that is the law of wherever you are at.
What about
So
Taldor? Taldor is very different as well.
yes, and if you're in Taldor, you obey the laws of Taldor.
But if there is not one law, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
I would recommend to you that there is a book in the library. It's called In Defense of Tyranny. Um, it helps with these questions.
What book?
In Defense of Tyranny.
You've read that book?
Yes, it's one of the reading. You didn't read it, did you?
No, I've never read that. What reading was it for an assignment?
Yeah, it was one of our class. Yeah, In Defense of Tyranny. It's by Quintus Salvus, I believe. So yeah, talks a lot about that.
Have you ever seen anything in the book? Or the pictures?
No.
Well, if there are no pictures, then of course I haven't read it.
No, it is a treatise on again the whole idea of the Hell Knight Order is that people are not, if left to our own devices without a unifying law, we will hurt each other and ourselves. But if there's law, if everyone knows what's expected and how others will act, what is expected and what you can expect of others, then there's no need for fear. If you can walk out in the street and know that no one is going to mug you, you don't need to have fear. If you know that if you do A, B, and C, you can have food every day, then you do A, B, and C and you have no need to worry about where your next meal comes from.
But what if you want to do D? Or
If
F? Or J? Or Z? What if you want to do something different that what life prescribed you?
Like what? Like take it from those who do have it? That's what happens. Those who go outside of the laws make it so everyone else around them cannot trust in the results of living the law. And then the whole system begins to fall.
But what if the law says you have to do, just as an example, the law says you are not allowed to worship a god?
Yes. That is the case in some.
Does that make that god not exist?
No, but it makes worshipping that god within that place wrong.
But what if that god intervened in your life and asked you to worship it? Then the law would be that you would need to worship that god because according to the laws of that god, they intervened in your life. And so, in return, you must worship them. Then we have a conflicting idea of law. Which law do you follow?
That is a good and difficult question. That is a question that we as Hell Knights do struggle with. And in the end, it is up to each order and each Hell Knight in some aspects to make some decisions there. However, we can say that as living in a certain place, if you find that you are, again, I guess, compelled to worship this god, maybe you should go live somewhere where that is not against the law.
And there's the rub. What if you can't? No more, no more, no more. I want to go play with Bruce before he has to disappear. So, right, I'm going to go out in the courtyard, and just be out there for a little while. I'll meet you after evening.
Okay.
I was going to say evening prayers, but we don't pray, so.
No. I'm gonna go perform my reckonings for the day. So go play with your doggy.
All right, I'll see you. And I pick up my plate and I walk over and drop it.
Okay.
Back at the little place and.
Yep.
I'm like, Bruce, come on, baby, let's go.
And so you drop it off up by the front of the mess with that.
Mm-hmm.
As you do that, Mama Moss.
Do I have a ball? Can I get a ball? Is there somewhere I can get a ball? For Bruce.
I can't think of anywhere you could get a ball. Your best bet would be go ask Tiber if there's a small wooden shield you could throw as a frisbee.
All right, I'm going to do that.
As you're about to leave, Mama Moss says, "Hey, I don't do your dishes. You do them. There's a sink."
All right.
"And what's this dog you got in my kitchen?"
"This is Bruce. Bruce, go say hello to Mama Moss. Go say hello. Look at his floppy duffy face. Isn't it so cute? He's got the big old jowls and they're like, as he walks up and he kind of nuzzles her hand a little bit.
I don't got nowhere to keep a dog in this place.
No. He disappears very soon.
Oh.
He's only around for a little bit and then he'll go away.
So I have to worry about him leaving no presents or...
No. I don't know. When I look down at Bruce, I'm like, do you have bowel movements?
He would respond as I'm not going to try and do your voice. With, I don't actually eat.
Wait, so what happened to the sausage I gave you?
I don't know. I'm a dog.
All right. No, he doesn't. He's not going. No presents. Mama Moss,
you don't have Arcana or anything like that, I imagine. So yeah, you have no idea.
Oh, I don't have any magic. No. So you don't need to worry. He's totally fine. Totally fine. So I go and make big exaggeration of like, look, I'm scrubbing my things and putting them away, yay! And then sorry, lady. And then I take.
The dog barks a little bit as you walk.
Apparently, and then I go over to Tiber and just real quick, Tiber, do you have a shield that I could borrow? A very small one, like maybe this big that I could just throw for Bruce.
Wait, you want one of my shields to play fetch?
Why not?
No!
Do you have anything? Do you have a ball? Do you have like
Oh yeah, I've
watches
got
or...
toys in the
No, you
Citadel
don't have a
of the Hell Knights. Let me check my play
Oh
bin.
my gosh, you people. All right, fine. I will use my own shoe and then you will have to fix it anyway.
He pulls up and says, here's a top to one of the casks. It's about that big around, wooden, and it's just, the wooden top of a cask they pulled off. There.
Thank you, Tiber. You've made me very happy.
Oh, and guess what?
What?
You can go ahead and name that because you don't have to bring it back.
I will. I'm going to name it Bruce's Cask.
All right, then.
Thank you, Tiber.
You're an interesting one.
All right, so I go out and I go out to the main courtyard with the pit, and I begin throwing the frisbee, the improvised frisbee.
Make an animal handling check.
There is no animal
This would
handling.
generally be nature.
Oh, I don't have nature.
I believe
Could it be performance?
you have performance, a specific type of performance, though, don't you?
No, it's just charisma, just performance in general. It's kind of a performance. I'm performing for the dog.
I will say yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you. What's it? 12.
12.
Eddie, it's okay, Eddie.
It takes you a while to get. I mean, it actually isn't too hard because you can talk mentally.
Talk to him. I'm like, okay, Bruce. I'm like, Bruce, all right, so I'm going to throw the disc. You're going to go get it and bring it back to me.
Okay. I do also want you to make an athletics roll.
19.
Okay. So yeah, you throw the cask top for him, and he starts running to get it. Again, at first a little unsure of exactly what you want, but he gets the idea fairly quickly, and starts playing fetch.
And he loves it, doesn't he?
And you watch, and you have got Hell Knights and Signifiers standing all around the courtyard looking and watching. Confused looks on their faces of what in the heck is going on in the middle of the Citadel.
And I kind of am keeping a watch on the time, knowing that he's going to be reverting back to a statue very soon.
Okay.
And so I have him come sit just in front of me and just kind of rub his long ears and his big derpy face, because this is a Connocorso that is not clipped.
Yep.
So he's got the nice long tail and he's got the big ears. And
so you continue just playing fetch and stuff like that until...
No, just the last little bit. I'm just going to sit and just rub his head and think about how the bloody hell I got here.
So eventually, as you're doing this...
And now I want to touch my Letty.
Yeah. There's a moment where suddenly the dog looks up and goes, "Oh, it's time to go." Poof! And then suddenly you watch as he turns to mist, and then his form condenses down onto the ground into the shape of this onyx dog little statuette.
And I reach down and I pick up the statue and I pocket him and I look around at everyone who has kind of watched and wandered and whatever, and just kind of say, "Your loss. Good night."
All right.
They could have joined me to play.
They could have.
They could have joined me to play with the beautiful dog. And I feel like now on social media, I'm going to have to show who our dogs are.
Yes. Do a favor
We do
for
have
me.
two
Roll a
dogs.
perception check.
Oh, geez. 20...
Oh, wow.
25.
25. You do see, as you look across
It better bloody well
Do I?
not be Leto.
Leto is standing there, just watching you with this smile on his face, just watching you as you go. Gives you this little wink and a nod.
And I turn and move very quickly.
Just a face of just
away from him.
If I could give a words to his face, it's how adorable.
Jeez. All right. Well, then I go tuck in.
All right, tuck in for the night. You.
Next morning, the plan to go speak with
Yes.
the teacher.
Good night's sleep.
Whose name's also Bruce. His name?
Brutus.
Brutus. Oh, never mind.
Good night's sleep. You sleep through the night. Wake up next morning. No issues. You did not do your reckonings.
That's fine.
All right.
I did not.
And
I really enjoy cutting myself.
wake up. You and Stella get dressed into your armor. The rest of the armigers, seeing this armor, because the other time you got dressed, after you gotten it, they all are. Oh my gosh, you're wearing actual armor right now? I heard you guys had a job out in the town, but
don't be so excited. It's just because they didn't want to bother this with regular Hell Knights. So
they're still they're all very excited for you. A little jealousy here and there among the group that you are having this chance while they're still stuck there just doing their normal rounds. Get dressed. You have your breakfast in the morning. What are you going to do?
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is go up to Brutus and speak with him about the situation. So I look at Stella and I ask, do you know when Brutus's first class is? I don't want to interrupt.
Generally not for a couple hours. Generally morning started with warm-ups and some physical training.
Fantastic. So we're good. Okay. So then we head up, I guess down.
Yep, second floor.
We head down to Brutus's office and, just kind of passing people on the way, yes, we are.
Yep, you see
we are real Hell Knights.
Again, you at every stairway there are some Hell Knights standing there. And watching the stairs.
No, I'm super self-conscious.
You go down the second level. You see a lot more signifiers going in and out of some of the doors around, and you. What's your perception again? 9?
7.
7. You hear definitely some roaring and loud noises coming from some of the rooms that you know are where the summoning circles are. And then you come to the door of Brutus's office.
Right, and before we knock on the door, I look at Stella and I say, I don't think no matter how long we have been here, those sounds do not ever stop sounding horrific.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, since most of the time we're going to spend time fighting those things.
Yeah, well, it's true. All right, so I go up to Sir Brutus's door, or Commander Brutus, or
Signifier
Brutus. Still trying to figure that out. And I knock on the door, just and wait.
The door opens. All the way. No one opened it that you could see.
Signifier?
You see him. You can see down at the end. He's at his desk.
Oh, so
he's
there.
Yeah, he's down
okay.
there.
I thought you meant like there was no one in the room.
You just didn't see anyone open the door.
Okay. Signifier, can we have a moment of your time?
Yeah, kind of motions.
Right.
And then suddenly you hear in your ear, "Hello again."
Ha
As Ictor, the imp that is belongs to Brutus,
really obnoxious imp,
suddenly appears right on by your shoulder, giggling, laughing at the joke that it played on you, and then flies over to Brutus, lands down right next to Brutus as he's sitting there. Brutus puts his hand out. Ictor smacks his hand. He's like, "Hello there. Welcome.
Hello. Signify, we have a couple of questions for you. Do you have a minute?
Oh, yeah, just working on ledges.
Okay, fantastic. The captain thought that you might be able to help us.
Oh, yeah.
We're investigating a series of missing persons within the town.
Oh.
And that number during our investigation went from 5 to 20. And they all seem to be centered at the south of town, and there's a possibility of the Tipsy Fiend being a part of it.
That's an interesting place, the Tipsy Fiend. There's a wash your use it as rubbing alcohol and most of their liquors there.
I've heard. The thing that we wanted to speak with you about is the captain thought that you might have a possible informant in that area of which we could speak with, or you could convey to him that we need to speak with him, or her, or it, or they. I don't. Yes.
You watch as he looks at you, looks at Stella, and then makes a slight movement with his finger, and the door slams behind you. I might know an individual that runs in those circles and areas.
Okay.
But an informant isn't much use if everyone knows about it.
I agree, which is why I suggested to the captain that we have some kind of disguise created or an enchantment that was put on us so that when we go to speak with this individual, it's not known who we are. And she rightfully pointed out that Stella and I are not necessarily the most conspicuous of individuals.
Yeah, you're both too pretty. It makes it
That's very
easy to...
That's very
No.
nice way of saying it. I'm pretty sure the horns is
Can you
what she was
keep
talking about.
this... Can I trust you to keep this private?
Yes.
Give me a diplomacy check. What is that?
1.
Did you roll a natural 1?
Nope. Not too far from it though.
What is it?
It's a 4.
It's a 4 plus.
So it's a 10.
Do you have any diplomacy?
It's a 10.
It's a 10.
It's a 6. So 4 plus 6 is 10.
Okay. You and Stella are both trying to do this convincing. And Stella rolled in that 20.
Ha! My girl Stella!
Stella! So that you both, Stella comes to the rescue a little bit. It's like, so if you tell us that this is not to be spoken again, that is law. And I will not break the law.
What she said.
He looks at her. You're going to watch her? Stella's like, yes, I will. I will make sure that she keeps her word and does everything.
I'm quite a trustworthy person. I don't understand. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. What?
Okay,
Please
so
continue.
a couple of things you will need. He reaches in the back, rummages around. I only had one generally. Yes, I do. So he grabs 2 large cloaks that he happens to have back there. He's like, yeah. One of them, you notice, is red. It is a deep red color. It's like a deep red, but with some wool. So it's not like something fancy, but it was definitely dyed. He's like, the red one will be a indicator of where you come from to my contact. His place of business is down in the south of town. It's a couple of blocks away from the Tipsy Fiend. It is a single-story building, flat-roofed, and there you will see that there is a black onyx stone hanging from a cord in the window. There you will meet Bronner. Bronur.
Bronur?
Yep.
Bronner? Okay.
Bronner is a contact of mine. We met a couple of years back. He markets in rare and unusual and not always above board items.
Are they normally not above board?
He's a fence.
Well, thank you. I wasn't going to actually, say it, but...
I'm already telling you about him, so I might as well say what he is.
No, you're right. Okay, he's a fence. I guess what I meant to ask is, does he have legitimate business? As well as illegitimate?
No.
Fantastic. Okay, so he's only a fence. Great.
You were wanting people who would know about the Tipsy Fiend.
I mean, if we go... I'm not going to explain it.
That part of town, yes, there are constantly people going to see him.
All right,
For what business, it is not discussed outside of the walls of his business.
All right, okay. I got it.
It's kind of like in the bad part of town, everyone knows the drug dealer's house. Yeah. Even though the cops know he's a drug dealer.
I get it. Okay. He's a fence. Bad, illegal, got it. Yep. Lots of people.
He is tall, long gray hair, broad-shouldered, gray skin.
What race is he? Oh, ancestry.
He's a Duskwalker. Roll a religion check.
Uh, 11.
You would know.
Okay.
Yeah. You would know a Duskwalker.
Can you hear the music there?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about it. You would know at least something of a Duskwalker because of what I know about certain interests you have. You would know...
Oh, he's a vampire.
No.
Oh.
A Duskwalker is an individual who was reincarnated by the Psychopops, which are kind of like Reapers. They died, and Pharasma and her helpers decided to reincarnate them. They generally appear as children, just out of the blue, that will walk up. They remember their past lives. They generally had a destiny, but with the current era of Lost Omens, where destinies have kind of become uncertain, I don't know. So he is a Duskwalker.
So they had a destiny, but were they killed before they were able to...
That's some of the thought.
Fulfill it?
There's the thought that maybe there's some reason that they were brought back, but no one's 100% certain. So.
Well, this isn't exactly an area where there's a lot of Pharasma temples.
No, there's not.
There's basically none.
So yes, he's a Duskwalker.
Duskwalker.
Yep. In this life, he was born up in Whitethrone, up in the Mammoth Lands.
Right.
So think extra pale Viking man.
Whitethrone?
Yeah. That's the capital up of the land of the Mammoth Lords.
A.K.A. the North.
So he came down, but he remembered his previous life where he tells me he didn't travel much, so he decided to travel, and now has gone all over the world and knows I had a good eye for What's of value? I met him a couple years back when we raided a deal that he was involved in. We got to talking of certain artifacts that he could procure for me, and it became worth keeping him in the loop.
Makes sense. All right. Is it going to be a problem us arriving in these red cloaks looking like us?
The cloak should cover your armor, and they come down kind of far over the face.
Okay. All right, so it'll cover the horns.
Yeah.
I'll wrap the tail up.
Yeah, please do that.
Right.
I mean, tieflings are common enough in the area.
I thought you said they weren't common at all.
Around Citadel Enferac?
Yeah.
No. You've already met a couple of them in just your questioning.
Just in the Citadel,
yes.
It's not. Okay.
Well, no, they're common in the Citadel. They're common in Enferac. They're not looked positively upon in Cheliax.
Oh, okay. Got it.
This is actually you'll probably find one of the highest concentrations in Cheliax around Citadel Enferac.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so the red cloaks will signify to him that we are from the Citadel.
So, go to the door.
To the door. Okay.
Knock 3 times. Then twice. Then 5 more times. Other than that, it will look abandoned.
Okay, so...
That'll be the signal to let you in.
Alright, so... single story, flat roof, black onyx stone in the window.
Yes.
Okay. Right, and he's in the south.
Yeah.
The south area of town. Is he near? You said he was near the Tipsy Dragon.
Yeah.
Or
Tipsy Fiend.
The Tipsy Dragon might be fun too.
Mm.
Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us? To help us?
Did you do that additional reading I asked you to do? In regards to your essay? No. Yeah, well, I expect.
It's fine.
He goes back. He looks down and starts going back to his ledgers.
I'm going to. I will. I promise. I just need time to do so. Not. I'm gonna go now. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm like, Stella, come on.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh, and tell him I said hi.
Sounds good. Do you have a little...
Oh, wait. Reaches under his desk, pulls out a bottle. Says, give this to Brunner. I told him I'd get him one.
Is it alcohol?
Is
it contraband?
No.
Is it illegal?
No.
I was just testing you. All right, sounds good.
You looking at it, it is a bottle of wine.
Oh, right, okay.
It is a very expensive vintage.
I won't hurt it, I promise. And I put it in my... I'm assuming I have a knapsack.
You have a bag, yeah.
I put it in my knapsack and I get it in there. And I'm like, see, it's there. We're good. He's right next to my dog.
If you go to the Tipsy Fiend, be careful.
I don't think we'll be heading over there.
You have a knife in your back before you know it if you're not careful.
Thank you for the warning, but I don't think we're going to head that direction.
Okay.
Well, go there, specifically. I don't really feel like fighting with a bunch of people today. Or maybe I will. You never know.
Good luck to you.
Bye-ya! And I turn around and walk away.
All right.
But, of course, doing the customary before I completely leave.
And you notice as you do that, he looks up and he's like, oh, yeah.
Yes. I know who is more picky about that.
Yes, you do.
I just look at Stella and I'm like, well, we had breakfast, and we had breakfast, didn't we? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, okay. So I was like, we had breakfast, I guess we can go now. Unless, did you want to do anything before we left? No?
No,
Right.
let's get going.
All right, let's go.
Let's find these people.
All right. Right. And we head out.
All right. So you're gonna head out. Are you heading straight to the south of town? What are you doing there?
I want to stop first at the Iomade temple.
Okay.
Or church. Is it a temple or is it a church?
It's a chapel.
It's a chapel. Okay. So I want to stop there, and just give the commander a really quick rundown that we are looking into why my captain is looking into why the reports never made it higher up the food chain, and we are making headway in the investigation already.
Well, thank you, and thank you for bringing me word.
Of course, absolutely. Have a good day.
Chain measure.
Chain and measure. And then we leave.
All right.
And then we head. Why do I have all of the pens in my hand?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm nervous. All right. And then we go to find the house.
All right.
So I guess we first have to start at the Tipsy Fiend because he said it was close to the Tipsy Fiend.
Well, as you begin walking down there's a road that leads out into that poorer part of town. You begin to notice that the houses as you begin to walk begin to get smaller. No, it's mine. Smaller and smaller, more dilapidated. You know, kind of as you drive from the nicer part of town into the more slums. And the houses are a little more close together. Lots of abandoned buildings and things like that. You gather that this part of town, at one point, Citadel, the town of Enferac, was growing, and then it kind of stopped and regressed a little bit. And these are the parts that were left. And so everyone who didn't have easy access to nice housing all kind of just filled this space with what was left of the society.
Okay.
As you go down, roll a perception check.
Why can't I do math? 24.
Okay, 24. As you're walking down, as you notice that the houses begin to get a little more spread apart, you can tell you're getting closer to the edge of town. You suddenly see a house that kind of fits with the rest of them. It's kind of nondescript. You wouldn't really notice it except for there's something hanging in the window.
All right, so I see it. I kind of elbow at Stella. I'm like, do you see that?
I do. I think you might have found it. Let's go up and knock.
All right, okay, we have to do this very specifically.
Okay.
So we make sure I flip my hood up, to make sure that my horns are hidden, and I've got my tail kind of like hewed up into the back, so that it's also not dragging along the ground, which it normally isn't, but still. And I walk up.
All right.
And I go to knock. And I do 3, and then 2, then 5.
All right.
And I pull out the bottle of wine.
You wait for a moment, and then suddenly the door opens up. In.
Oh.
Come in.
Quickly. Okay. So a dart inside.
All right. You both kind of rush inside. Door shuts behind you.
And then I'm like, it's blind. I'm blind.
There are lights. There's lights on. And
I know, but going from the outside to the inside, I'm like, I'm blind for a second. I have to kind of blink it away.
There are a couple of dim candles. Lit, nothing giving too bright. And you see there in the the dark, the dim light. Tall man, very Nordic in his appearance, but his skin has this really gray, almost corpse-ish type tone, and his hair is a light gray color. And looks you. Oh, you're new. I have not seen you here before. But you wear the red. So Brutus sends you?
Yes, Signifier Brutus sent us. Thank you for allowing us in. Okay.
This way. He leads you into a back room, and then he pushes aside a bookshelf that moves and shows another opening behind it. You then go down the ladder.
Did I see if would I have been able to see if he, did anything special to the bookshelf?
Just pushed it. He just pushed it.
Okay.
It's not high tech.
It's not like you have to push on a specific area or
no,
anything.
it's not.
Okay.
And then he just goes down, and then once you get down the ladder, everything changes from this rundown place to what would almost be like a shop or a collection displayed. Think almost the Collector from Guardians, where it's like cool, interesting statues, artwork depicting interesting scenes, items, and all these things down there in this area, well lit and displayed very well for purchasers.
Do I see any it's a good way to describe it. Any items dealing specifically with Pharasma?
Roll a perception check.
17.
17. Nothing specifically that catches your eye having to do with Pharasma specifically.
All right.
So he will. He gets down there, and then he will. Once you're in the light and everything, he'll. So let me take a look at you. Who am I dealing with?
Yeah. Move the hood back, and I say, I am Arbinger Anduriana. This is my companion, my partner, Stella, also an Arbinger, and we have been put on a mission by the Hell Knight Order, by the Order of the Gate, to look into the missing persons that have been happening here in the city. And first, Brutus brought this, a bottle of wine.
I have been looking for that vintage.
Well, there you go. We brought it just for you from Brutus.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Oh, jeez. Freaking 12. What the heck? 12.
It's okay, because you presented the
wine?
Wine first, the DC dropped.
Oh, good.
Brutus must like you if he sent you here. He has not sent another set of Hell Knights here ever.
Oh.
He must like you. So you're looking for whom? What? And why would he send you to me?
Well, there has been a series of missing persons reported to the Citadel.
All right.
But it looks that they were not acted upon until after Vela Arvilianus. Arvilianus.
The Arvilianus family.
Yes.
Yes, I know them.
When the daughter went missing, that's when it was requested that we look into it. But it's not just her. There is a total approximately of 20, estimated at 20 people who are missing.
Okay.
Including the nobleman's daughter and young...
You said it was Armiger? Anna?
Anduriana.
Anduriana?
Yes.
Can you tell me what this has to do with me? They're missing people, okay?
There are missing people, and they seem to all be centered at the south of town, possibly something to do with the Tipsy Fiend, and we were sent to you as a possible contact that might know information.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I like to talk.
Yeah. Noticed. So missing people. Well, that makes sense. We've had there's been a lot of stuff going missing.
Letty.
I doubt the recording's
He
picking
is
that up.
freaking snoring so loud. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So he's like, so missing. You're missing people.
Yes.
Are we thinking undead or like?
No, we believe they have been taken. For what reason we don't know, but we suspect that. Well, I kind of look at Stella because I haven't shared this with her yet, but I suspect they might be taken for experimental reasons or for something that we believe they're dead. We don't know why.
Sorry, I get nervous when it comes to mass things. I've lived through some experiences that make me wary.
I understand.
But we had. I mean, tell me, did you see all the cats, the stray dogs and cats on your way here?
No.
Exactly.
Do you think it's a creature?
I don't know. All I know is that we've had. First, it seemed to start with like stray dogs and cats that stopped being around. We didn't have them here. They started disappearing. Been going on for a couple of months. Then started having some people start disappearing.
So you've noticed it as well. At least the community in this area
Oh, yeah.
has noticed it as well.
I've lost. I mean, I tend to work with a higher level clientele, but I know a lot of the others who deal in lower products have begun to complain of lost clientele.
Does anyone have any suspicions of what this might be? A creature, a person, order?
Roll a diplomacy check.
I gave you wine. I just want to remind you of that. 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe. There. You said. What made you look down this way?
The last time that many of the people who were reported missing were last seen was heading south.
Wait. You mentioned the daughter of.
Yes, the daughter of Avilionis.
Avilionis. What's
Rona.
her name? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you're looking for the Tipsy Fiend, right?
Well, yes, we assume that's where she got her.
Yeah, she'd come in there all the time to drink.
Yes.
She'd sneak out of her daddy's house and come down and drink at the Tipsy Fiend to get into trouble.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah.
So
that's the reason the Citadel finally decided to start looking, huh?
yes, but this has been obviously you're aware. This has been happening for quite a long time. Months, it sounds like.
Looks at the wine. Looks back at you.
All we're looking for are answers.
What's it worth?
What do you mean, what's it worth?
I don't trade anything for free.
We don't have anything. What would you like?
Generally think something that's shiny works well. Remember, you were given a bunch of money, and you were given, like...
We were?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
write it down?
I might not have written it down.
It was when you were given the dog.
I remember the dog.
The only thing you wrote down was the dog?
The freaking dog.
Please tell me you wrote down the rest of anything else. I've got it here. I need to.
I did not write. Well, hold on. I might have written it down in my actual character sheets.
Probably. You should have written it down in your inventory.
Shoot. I just knocked the camera.
It looks okay.
It looks okay?
Yeah, it looks okay.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I rocked your world. I might have written it down.
Check your inventory.
I wrote down that I have the lesser healing potion.
You were given 200 gold, the figure of the dog, your sword, 1 alchemist fire, 1 oil of potency, and 2 lesser healing potions.
I swear I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah, you were given 200 gold to use in whatever you needed to help.
Okay. Oh, I did. Alchemist fire.
Good.
Oil of potency.
And then, yeah, you were given 200 gold.
I swear you didn't tell me that. Okay. Well, I guess I don't really need to write it down. And I pull out the sack. And
You're going to give him the whole thing?
I'm going to give the whole damn thing. And I put it down.
He's like...
And I say, is this enough? It's 200 gold.
Picks it up. All right, then. Just to give you an idea, a silver a day is a normal wage in Galeria.
I'm taking this back.
Like, to give you an idea.
You can't have this.
They gave you a lot of money.
Well, you also have to remember, she has never lived on
That's
her
true.
own.
So 200 gold, if you want to give that's fine.
Know.
I just wanted to make you the player
would Stella
aware.
Know?
Yes. You would know that
would
too.
Would Stella stop me?
No, you would know that how much money that is, because remember, you did have family, and people do buy and sell things.
Alright, so then I take out 50 gold. And I put it on the table. And I put this knapsack back. Put it back in my knapsack. And I say, look, there's 50 gold. Here, you can have it. I will give you an additional 50 if the information pans out. I look at Stella like, is that good?
Roll 1 more diplomacy check.
Are we good? Giving you my freaking hero
Was it
point.
literally
a 1? That's better. 14.
14.
14 plus
6, was it?
So it's 20.
All right. He grabs the gold slicer. That's fair. All right. I'd look into one guy. His name's Calvo. He drinks at the Tipsy Fiend regularly, him and his 2 boys.
Hold on. Calvo?
Calvo.
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 And Sons.
No, not sons, but his 2 helpers, like his guys.
Okay.
His men. Right. He was a slaver in the past.
He was a what?
A slaver, like he worked in the slave trade, but got in trouble when he didn't check where the slaves came from.
So who's kidnapping them?
No. He was on the up and up in the slave trade, but he didn't check when one of his slaves was kidnapped. Turned out to be the son of some lesser nobleman who had gotten himself into gambling debts and got taken, and he didn't check to see who it was before he decided to buy the slave and try and trade him. So he then ended up getting, kind of kicked out of the above board slave trade. Mm-hmm. And now he works in human trafficking. He's a kidnapper.
Has there been anything in what he said recently to make you believe that he might be involved?
He seems busy.
But why would he have started with dogs and cats?
I don't know. Don't ask me that. I'd ask him.
So we're going to have to go to the Tipsy Fiend. I turn and look at Stella and say that.
One last thing I will say. He's been busy lately. It seems he might have some type of contract with the Citadel.
How do you know that?
It takes a card up there every couple of weeks, every once in a while.
With people?
Well, no, it's a cart with goods.
With goods?
Looks to be. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what he's selling it to what goods he's working with the Citadel on, but I don't know. It's weird.
So there's a possible contract with the Citadel.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why the Hell Knights would be working with someone like that.
Neither do I.
But
do you have anything here that we might be able to purchase off of you that would give disguise? Possibly hide, and I tap the beautiful black small horns, but hide these. Make us look different. Possibly not tiefling, not orc.
So you're looking for something that'll help you have a disguise?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
What do you have?
Pulls out a ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this will allow you to disguise yourself to look like whoever you want.
Like I can create the image in my brain and
Yeah.
then kind of like, well, okay, that's nice.
2,000 gold.
Whoa!
I told you I
What
deal
about
in.
what about 150? With
No.
the promise that you can call on me for a favor.
Sorry, I got plenty of. I can ask Brutus for a favor.
Yes, but he has to go through official channels. I do not. I'm just an arminger. They don't pay attention to me.
Brutus works with me. Do you think he always goes through official channels? What's your concern?
My concern is that we're going to walk into the Tipsy Fiend, cause a big ruckus, start a big fight. I really don't feel like hurting anyone today, and I would really like it if I could just walk in, ask a couple of questions, and walk out. What if I promise to bring it back? What if I give you the 150 gold, promise to bring it back? It's like a deposit, and we'll trade. I could even, and I pull out my cute little doggy statue, and I was like, you can keep this as collateral. This is Bruce. This is my dog. This is Conai
He
Corso.
takes a look at it. He's like,
This is my dog.
this is a magnificent figure, black onyx dog.
Wondrous, actually. Not
Wondrous.
magnificent.
Okay. Generally, this is going to run about 36 gold.
34.
Like, he starts analyzing it and like, this man's an appraiser.
I get it.
Of
I get
value.
it. But do you know what you can't put value on? And I look at him dead in the eye. Look at me. You cannot put value on love. Look at me.
On what?
On love.
He starts laughing. he's like, you're kidding me, right?
No, I love this
like-
dog. His name is Bruce. He's a Conai Corso. He is beautiful. He's got a big derpy face. He's got beautiful chocolate brown eyes and stunningly gorgeous hide.
Armiger, I have lived 2 lifetimes.
I know, and
I'm
for us,
not-
we praise that you came back, but
Not trading your holding
you're not
on to your
trading. You're not
dog.
trading. See, you just hold on to the dog, and then when I come back with the ring, I drop the ring off. You give me the dog and the 100 gold because you're taking 50, and then we'll call it good. I'll bring it back. And I look at Stella for like, back me up. We will bring it back. He has Bruce. DM is not amused.
Roll a diplomacy check.
14.
No.
Fine. Is there nothing? There's nothing I could give you that... Or do you have something different than that? Something similar? Something better? I mean, if I have to go in and fight my way with everyone, we will, and I will, and I'll kill them, and then that will be sad, and then there'll be all this ruckus, and people will wonder why was I there?
Listen. You don't know the underworld much, do you?
No, why would we?
Okay. Can I teach you a little something?
Sure.
There's a pecking order. There's a food chain among the underworld.
Yes,
right?
I get that. There's a pecking order in anything.
There is. Where do you think that traffickers fall on that pecking order?
I'll be totally honest. I have no idea.
They're towards the very bottom. When you go in there, you tell them directly that you're looking for Calvo. Other than Calvo, no one else is going to start a fist fight.
You sure?
Very. I know these people.
All right. Enjoy your bottle of wine.
Thank you. Do come again.
Yep.
And if you do happen to garner a larger sum of money, I have plenty of items that would be of use.
Do you have anything for Pharasma? Granted, I mean...
Artifacts? Art? Statuary?
Something wearable?
One moment. He walks into the back. You stay there for a couple moments. Stella looks over at you and is like, "What are you doing?"
I just am interested. He said he was a dustwalker.
Yeah?
Pharasma would have brought him back.
Why are you wanting something from Pharasma?
I just thought it was interesting. I mean, don't you ever wonder about the other gods that we're kind of told are evil?
Well, Pharasma's not evil, but...
Well,
I mean,
no, she's not. I mean, she's not... Well, I guess what I don't mean is evil, but I mean, like, forbidden, like, off limits. She's one of the gods that has always fascinated me. Ever since I was a child.
All right. He comes out of the back and holds up to you a necklace with an hourglass on it. And he just hands it to you. It appears to be silver, shimmers, has what might be some gem dust in it because it gives a shimmering depending on the light.
About how big is the hourglass?
Small.
So like this? Like, no.
It's like, this might work for you.
That's beautiful.
It is technically contraband because not necessarily approved.
Yeah, she's not an approved god.
Deity, but nothing, to worry about. Just wear it under your armor.
Did you see her? She's the one that brought you back.
Well, they say that it's the Reapers, the psychopops that actually do it. I remember dying. And I remember living. The middle is very hazy.
Some have said that when they have that moment between life and death, she's there. She will guide you.
My moment of death was not... It was very quick. And the rebirth also. I do not, unfortunately, have memories of what transpired between. I remember the hordes attacking and dying. And then, suddenly, I remember being cold in the snow and walking out of the snow up to a small hut up in the Mammothlands.
Where did you live in your first life?
Ustalov in Virlich.
Which country is that?
Ustalov?
Mm-hmm.
That's the country.
Where is it?
You'd know it as the area where the last wall.
Okay.
Roll a history check for me.
I'm like, that was 100% me.
So this will be 0. You have a 0 bonus on it. It's just a roll.
12.
12. Okay. You'll know enough for this. This is basic history.
Mm-hmm.
That is where the Whispering Tyrant began and took over that land.
Okay. Right. Well, we won't bother you anymore. I would like to keep this, though.
I will. Go ahead.
You don't want anything for it?
It's nothing of huge value, and there's not many people in the area looking for it. It's not really high value at the moment from the market. It itself has value, but it's a product I'm not going to be able to move really in this area, and I'm not looking to leave, and Brutus likes to make sure that it's worth my while to stay.
Yes, I imagine he makes it quite cushy. Well, thank you. Bruna, if we need you, we will call on you again. Thank you very much.
It has been a pleasure, but
we won't make it a habit.
Thank you.
And I look at Stella and kind of gauging her reaction to everything that just happened.
Okay.
Right. Well, I guess we'll leave.
Do we get to bust some heads now?
I'm thinking you're probably going to get a chance. Because trust me.
Yes!
I want to as well. It's been a little too long since...
All this talking and figuring...
I know.
I like to just... Can we bust some heads?
Yes. So we walk out, and I kind of let her take a couple of steps.
He follows up behind you to kind of let you out.
Mm-hmm.
Slides the bookcase back into place and stuff like that. Lets you... opens the doors. Do you know where the Tipsy Fiend is? 2 blocks that way.
That way.
And he points down, of course, southbound.
South. I was going to say south. That way. 2 blocks.
Yep.
Right. Thank you. Very much.
To emphasize the element of surprise at showing up, keep the cloaks on.
All right. We can do that. And I mean, we didn't take the cloak off, so just kind of like flip it back over. But right before I do that, though, is it a long chain that the necklace is on?
It'll come down.
But it's long enough that I could
it's long enough for that.
Okay, so I just kind of pull it over my head and make sure it gets over my horns and down, and I flip because I've done the same long braid down the back. Again, and tuck it underneath and just kind of touch it right there. And then flip the hood up.
Stella looks over at you, surprised, but not there's no big issues, just surprised.
She doesn't have a problem with the fact that it's not a legally...
It's not a sanctioned religion, but it's also not, illegal. It's a gray area. Kind of thing.
That's one of the religions that's not as...
It's not chaotic.
Mm-hmm. It's not like she's worshipping like Seven Ray or anything.
Yeah, it's not a god that's directly opposite of Asmodeus or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a level of respect every god would have, especially since you think about it, she funnels the souls to hell.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's kind of a
It's
connection
not
there.
as big a deal. Okay, all right. Would you like to go bust some heads, darling?
Let's. So
Right.
pull over your hood, and she starts to walk with you
I
to the
kind of let
Tipsy
her
Fiend.
take lead and walk forward. She's bigger than me,
She is.
like significantly. So, all right.
All right. We have been playing for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, we
It
haven't?
is 11:12. Do you want
But
to
what?
continue? I'm good for a little bit longer.
Do we have enough? Do we have enough to get to that encounter at the Tipsy Fiend?
Let's keep going.
Because I kind of want to see where that goes.
All right, let's go. As you walk up
Beat
to
crap out of
the
this guy.
Tipsy Fiend,
Mm-hmm.
you walk up, and the building leans a little bit. Like, you're kind of surprised. You see their extra support beams that have kind of been shoved up to keep the second floor there.
I look at Stella and I'm like, well, I think I see where they get the word tipsy from.
It is, you do see there are a couple of men outside drinking. You see a guy over in the corner throwing up. It is like, this is shady part of town. There's a guy over, you see around the other side, just, you can tell doing some type of illicit drug over there.
A little.
Yeah, a little, sniffing going on there. They are all so deep in their cups, they barely are noticing that you're, "Oh, hey there, you got any coin? I need some more drink. Can I get another beer? You help a guy out?" Like, that type of situation as you walk
Awesome.
in. As you come in, right as you walk in, there is a bar right in front of you. There are a couple of tables here and there with some men sitting at them, some playing cards, knuckle bones, things like that. There is a barkeep there with he's got kind of an apron on, but it's like dirty. Everything here is dirty. Like, there are. I imagine that in the South, when you got a place where they like chew and the floors are all nasty, that is your type of establishment. It smells in here of a mix of strong alcohol, and smoke and pee.
Oh, great.
The bartender,
I'm like, this is wonderful.
is there. He is a scruffy-faced fat man. Some hair left on his head in kind of a scraggle, like comb-over type try situation.
Oh my gosh. So like the Donald Trump?
No.
Not that bad?
Less hair. Stringy and a dark brown type color.
Okay.
And he looks at you. Yeah, it's something I can help you with. You're looking for a drink. Something strong.
No, in fact, you can help me, and I pull out a single gold piece.
It's gone like faster than roll perception check. I want to see if you even notice him grabbing it.
Yeah, I will. 23.
23. Okay, you do notice him. Guys,
Sorry, no,
down,
21. Sorry.
Slips it down into a pocket.
Like, all right. Where's Calvo? I need to speak with him.
Grabs a cup, starts cleaning up. Why are you looking?
I pull out another gold, and I hold it away from him, and I say, "Where is Calvo? I need to speak with him. Do you want it?" Calvo first.
Hey, Calvo! He yells out. Down a couple of tables down, you see a man in about 30s, 40s, maybe later 40s, stubbly face, not a beard, but just stubble, unkempt hair, kind of over the place, wearing leathers, kind of a kind of almost an adventurer's type, clothing. So he's got straps in here, and it's leather type armor, old, worn, cracking in places, not well kept up, but definitely seen lots of use there. And he looks up as he's called. He's like, "Got someone pretty here to see you."
Hand it.
Takes that.
And then I secure the sack of gold. Now that apparently I'm a moron and let everyone know that I had money. I secure it to my underneath my little pouch that's like up underneath the armor so that it can't be pickpocketed, and make my way down to Calvo.
All right. So
stop rolling.
So as you walk down that way towards him, he turns and there's two other men sitting next to him. Same type of get-ups and situation as far as their gear, armed. You can see they're all wearing swords at their sides. All look over at you as you come walking over. Who's asking for me? I don't talk to anyone. I can't see their face.
Right, before I flip the hood back, I'm going to take out the sack of gold again. Take out 2 pieces and flip them so you can see both of them very well. And I look at the 2 men on either side. I say, 5 minutes. You both get 1. Come back in 10. I'll give you another. And I set them down.
Wait. So you're wanting...
You give me 5 minutes, I'll give you these right now. You give me 10, you'll get another.
5 minutes.
Just to talk.
Grabs the off the table. Sitting's free. It's a free establishment.
This is for them to leave.
My men don't leave me. Thanks for the gold.
Alright, so all subtlety is going away then. I flip off the hoods. I take the cloak off. Completely. Full regalia. I say, this is what taking my 2 gold does.
They all kind of... You watch as the whole room suddenly is like people rustling, chairs moving back, hands on weapons.
And I look at Stella and I say, point of the spear, right?
She's like, I like it. So she takes hers off as well. Same situation. Are you just dropping it on the floor?
No, like kind of taking it off and putting it down on the chair. Fully intending to sit.
Yeah. Everyone's watching you like, what's going on here? Calvin's like, not looking for any trouble from the Hell Knights.
That's interesting, considering the fact that you just took my gold and didn't send your men away.
Well, you didn't say anything beforehand. He takes the gold and drops it down on the table. He's like, I'm not looking for any trouble.
That's fantastic. And I look at the men on the other side and I say, the offer still stands.
They look at each other.
This gold is for you.
Look at
not
Calvo.
For him.
They look back at you and stay sitting there.
Right. And I take the gold and I put it back in the pouch and I put the pouch back under the armor. And I sit.
What can I do for the Hell Knights?
What do you know about the people that are missing?
What people that are missing?
Don't act dumb.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Interesting. Considering you used to traffic. Or currently do.
I was a legitimate businessman in the slave trade.
Mm-hmm.
I worked there for many years. Completely reputable.
Word is you're not completely reputable anymore.
Well,
So what do you know?
where do you get that word from?
You don't need to know where. What I want to know is what you know about the people who've gone missing.
I know absolutely nothing. Well,
See now, and I
do you want to do a sense motive?
Hold on. No, not yet. I'll look at Stella and I say, Stella, we have a problem. See this man in front of me? I don't believe him.
Okay, so first,
so do I need to say
I'm going to break.
First? But I want to talk.
How well you believe, how well he's doing in convincing you, is based on the rolls.
I know, but I want to hit him.
You got to base it on the rolls.
But I want to hit him.
Roll your perception
Regardless
check.
of whether or not I believe him, I want to hit him.
That's right. Right now we're doing if you
Fine.
believe him, then you can decide if you just want to punch him in the face.
12 perception.
Yep.
19.
19. He seems like he's telling the truth, that he doesn't know anything about these people.
I still look at Stella and I say we have a problem. Because he seems to think that he's going to get away with not giving me any information.
Well, we can't have that. He looks at you like, I've told you everything I know. I don't know anything about missing people.
Yes, I get that, but the problem is I don't like the way your face looks.
I like yours just fine.
See, and that's also a problem. Stella, darling, do you want to hit him?
Stella's going to look down. Rolls a 16 on her intimidation. And I think I do. Boom! Hammer comes down on the table. Not breaking it, but definitely shaking things a little bit. Everyone, you notice parishioners start leaving the bar. The bartender up in the front starts sliding back and sliding underneath.
The problem.
This is the saloon when suddenly they know the gunfight's about to start.
The gunfight's about. Everybody starts to disappear. So the problem is Calvo. Is that and what are his two people doing right now?
They're sitting watching. They've got their hands on their swords.
So they haven't gotten up yet.
They haven't gotten up yet. They're ready though.
Right. Problem is, Calvo, is that you were a slaver. You currently are a slaver. And I don't have control over this woman. She doesn't like you. Because illegally illegally trafficking is...
You have no evidence that I've done anything of the sort.
Do you know what's so wonderful about that? It doesn't matter.
So a Hell Knight saying the law doesn't matter, huh?
No. I'm saying the law doesn't matter. Like I said, I have no control over her.
Stella looks down at you and begins to look very unsure about this situation.
Tell me what I want to know. You have to know something.
I don't know anything.
You haven't noticed anything. People in this area going missing. Those who would normally just here and there. People you drink with. Little children that run around.
I'm a very busy man. I don't have any children, so I really don't have time to pay attention to the rest of the city.
So then give me something that's actually worth it so that I don't beat your head in for being a slaver.
I worked as a slaver before, completely legitimately. Now I work bringing grain up to the Citadel.
Why?
Because they pay for the grain.
Where do you get the grain?
From farmers.
Which farmers?
I go to the grocer section, the district. I buy and I deliver.
Who do you buy from?
I'm not saying anything more.
If you don't answer my questions, I am going to have to do nothing but believe that you're implicit.
It sounds like at this point you're going to believe whatever you want to, which appears to be that. Come on, boys, we're going. They all three stand up and begin to walk out of the Tipsy Fiend.
Before they get to the door,
Mm-hmm.
do I have a... Hold on. Alright, so before they get there, I'm going to use a quick jump action. Jump over the table.
Okay.
To get in front of them. In front of the door. I'm going to use my
Roll an
tail.
athletics check.
Okay.
You rolled bad all night.
What the heck? 10.
You rolled a
2.
You try and jump over this table.
No, wait, no, 9. It's only a 7.
You try and jump over this table, and your armor kind of catches. And, I mean, you manage to get over the table, but it's kind of like... You know when the movies, when the person who's not the action star, the comedic relief, suddenly tries to jump over the thing and they make it, but it's like, scoot a little bit to get over.
That's kind of what just happened.
That's what happened. It looked fairly ridiculous. You did not manage to get in front of him.
But I made a lot of noise.
You made a lot of noise. They kind of looked back at you as they start walking out.
Look.
They did. They did turn around and look as they're walking out the door, like, well, that you don't see every day.
Stella, stop them.
Stella, roll a diplomacy check.
Gosh.
Use a different dice.
I am not a superstitious person. I don't want to roll another dice. I want to roll mine. Hold on. What was that? 5, 6, 11.
Stella looks over at you and says, "We have nothing legally to base that on."
Are you're just going to let them walk out the door?
We obey the law. We don't have any evidence. We don't have anything.
That's the only lead we have.
Yes, I get that.
What's more important in this moment?
She will go over and attempt to grab him and roll initiative.
5.
Wow! You really cannot roll tonight.
So 5 plus perception, so 12.
12, all right.
12 in total.
Okay. Let me roll. Can I get one of the writing utensils?
I'm also apparently not very dexterous.
Don't get mad at me that you can't roll, apparently. All right. So you rolled a what?
12.
12.
What did Stella roll?
Stella is going to roll a natural 1.
Oh my gosh.
For 8. Hey, but the first slaver rolled a 2.
Well, that's good.
We can't roll it all. Earlier, I kept rolling to see if someone stole your bag. I rolled an 11, a 12, a 12. Wow.
Nobody steals my bag because it goes up underneath my armor.
Okay. There we go. That's One of them. Oh wait, no, 17. And then, yeah, only one of them rolled over a 10. So that is.
Wait, so my 12 might actually. Am I first?
No, you're not first. But you aren't last either.
Oh, well, that's good.
All right, so we have got. So that first one. So we've got Stella, Hello, and then you. I didn't have this all input in my system.
That's okay.
All right, so his two guys, she comes over to grab a hold of one of them, and he is going to retaliate with his first action. So let's grab some guys
really
some stuff.
Quick. Build the tavern. So you guys, we built these. Like, when did we build these? We built these over like the last couple of days, actually,
Yes.
Which is really cool. I think that's a really cool part of what we do is we build our own terrain. Even though, you know, if Terreno would like to, the Terreno gaming system wants to sponsor our show, I wouldn't say no to that.
Yeah, so we're just going to use this area. It's not completely
is it centered on the camera?
built. So where are?
Here's me.
Yes.
And here's Stella.
The tables we built for the...
Oh, they're in one of those little crates. We're super organized here, guys, here at Perdio, too. We work very hard at making sure that everything is done professionally.
Well, I wasn't sure if we were going to get here.
I sound a little bit like Pumat Soul.
You do a little. I wasn't quite sure if we were going to get here or not.
I'm not taking Matt Mercer's character, but the voice is kind of fun to do.
All right, so you were on your way out.
They were on their way out.
So we are by the door.
Right. That is the door. Right, so here. So we were here. So he was here.
Yeah, well, they're all at the door. So Stella ran up.
So I biffed it, like, here.
Yeah, and Stella ran up to attack. So they are right there. So, Voltro, which is the guy right there with the two axes, is going to be the first to attack. And he's going to attack Stella.
Is it centered on the cam?
Yes, it is. So he swings at her with his axe to try and hit her, and definitely is going to miss with that first. So he swings the first axe and misses, and then he is going to try with his second one, and that'll miss just because you guys have such freaking high armor. So he's going to strike
right now
twice.
We have 24, right?
What?
Right now we have 24, right?
She's at 21.
Because my normal armor class is 21.
Okay, yeah. So you guys are at 21. You changed it when you got the new armor.
Oh, okay.
So he's gonna take two swipes, but then they both miss.
I changed it from 21 to 24.
Oh, you changed it to 24. Okay.
Armor.
And then he is going to move actually over here.
Oh, jeez. Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that will be his move. Then Fester will be next. Oh, can't see that one back there. Oh, nat 20 on Stella, because she's the one that attacked first. So, oh wait,
no,
that guy attacked. She's gonna move there, and then he was right here. So he's gonna attack Stella. And all right, so that's a nat 20. So that's gonna double on that, and so it is a D6. Where's my D6? D6.
I don't know, we have a whole bunch of dice over there.
So, okay, so he is going to hit her for 14 points of damage.
Jeez.
That's
Bell, come on.
Well, was it? I mean, he slashes and gets in a really good hit. It gets right where the armor chinks meet, so it cuts through and actually cuts into her with that hit. And then for his second hit, he will miss with that second one, and so that's 2 of his attacks. And then he is going to take a step back here. Oh, knocking over the walls.
Knock over the wall.
Well, it was tipping.
That's true. It is. Yeah, it is the Tipsy Fiend.
It is. I forgot that I didn't get a chance to grab the connectors.
We didn't build the connectors.
And that will be the end of his turn. Now you are up.
Right. So I'm going to move. So I'm going to get up. So am I prone?
No, you kind of slid over and then landed on your feet. You are not prone.
All right. So I'm going to stand up, or not stand up. I'm going to move for my first action here.
Okay.
And the point is not to kill him.
Okay.
It is to stop him.
So are you going to... So
I want to use... He's not bigger than me, is he?
No.
No, okay. So I'm going to try to grapple him and just stop him. Like, physically...
do an athletics check.
Technically, I have 2 hero points.
I thought you used one last turn. Last game. No, you write down that you had 2?
It's 12.
Okay. You attempt to grab him and he slides out of your grip. And you are not able to grapple him.
Right, so then, does that count as my attack?
That is an attack move, yes.
Okay. Alright, so then I'm going to attack again, but this time...
You have not drawn your sword, just so you know.
With my tail. Yeah, I was planning on it. Because I don't want to kill him. I just want to stop him.
Tails and fists can do non-lethal damage.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack with my tail and try and... can I grapple with my tail? Like, could I like, try and wrap my tail around his wrist?
It would be another athletics check. I'll allow you to do the same way. It'd be another athletics check. Are you trying to trip or are you trying to grab?
I'm trying to, like, grab him. So I'm trying to, like... So I want to kind of turn and have my tail come out, wrap around his wrist, and then, like, pull him to me.
You can wrap him and grapple him this turn, and then next turn you would try and... I don't think there's a move for pull, but I'd do it the same as, like, shove.
Yeah.
So it would be 2 separate movements. The first would be to see if you can grapple him. The second one would be to see if you can shove him.
I have +2 to initiative. I forgot about that. It's actually 14.
Oh.
So I'm actually ahead of one of the little stupid heads.
You are. Well, at this point, we'll just...
Okay, we'll just do for the next round. But, yes, I forgot about that. So
I would allow you... You will take a negative 5
4.
because it is a second...
-4 because this is finesse.
Yes, true. You sure you don't want to try different dice?
I don't want to be superstitious, but that was a natural 1, so I could do failure.
Try my big one.
No, it was a 1. I'll try it next time.
I know, but like next turn.
Yes.
You have not rolled above a 10, I think.
Pretty much the entire game.
Yeah. You are. I think you. Will Whedon has touched your dice somehow.
Will?
From the ethereal plane. All right.
I know you don't know me, but stop it.
So, you missed twice there.
Yes.
You have 1 action left.
No, because I moved.
Okay, that is it.
I moved and I attacked twice, so...
Calvo now, you try and grapple him and miss, so he is going to then turn and strike at you.
Because apparently I suck.
And he rolled that 1.
Oh, good! Critically failed.
Neither of us can roll tonight, apparently.
Here, look, here's another dice.
Okay. I'll roll that one.
Hey, wait, no! No. Go with what that one was.
It's okay, it still missed.
Oh, okay.
So he takes his swords and he starts whacking at you twice. He is not trying to not hurt you. He is trying to hurt you, but your armor does its job and protects.
I just wanted to put the bar on.
That works, and manages to protect you. But he is going to Yeah, he's got to take a single 5-foot step back here behind the table a little bit. And that will be the end of his turn. It is now Stella's chance. Right. She's going to come up here to attack this guy, who is behind the wall there. Ooh, that hits. 19.
Nice. Go, Stella!
All right, and that is a... Oh, yeah, so I forgot. She's a D12. She's going to rage.
Nice.
She's going to rage.
Doesn't she have to rage first, though?
No, it doesn't affect her... Dang it,
I thought it did like a +2.
It does +2 on her damage. Give me a second.
Doesn't it lower the AC on the person?
Give me a second. Let me check my rage here.
Where's the...
Okay, so rage is you aren't... That's right here if you want.
Book.
You deal additional 2 damage with melee weapons and unarmed attacks. This damage you have to the weapons. Okay. You take a -1 penalty to AC, but it doesn't affect the chance to hit.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So yeah. So she will rage there, and that is 7 + 4. Which is 11 plus 2. So that will do 13 points of damage to this guy, which is a nice hit.
That was a nice hit.
Then, all right, so that's her first hit, and then she's going to attack again. That is... that second attack will miss. So she hits him once with her big hammer, smashes down onto his shoulder. He crumples a little under the blow, but then the next one, she swings over top and he ducks underneath it with that second blow. For her third... no, that's all of it because she raged.
Okay.
Oh, technically she moved and then she raged. She actually only got 1 hit.
So raging is 1 action?
Yes, it's an action. Oh. So, actually, that is all that she could do was the 1 hit.
So freaking used to D&D. All right.
That's the problem with listening to...
I know, it's a problem with listening to certain shows.
Yes.
Hours in nauseum.
All right. So that is the end of her turn. We're back up at the top. So, Volstro, who she just attacked, is going to now try and attack her. And that will miss. Twice. Jeez, you guys in your high armor classes. So, again, bang, bang. Missing twice on those axes. And then he is going to just try and attack a third time. I hope for a nat 20, and he gets a 1. So he's going to...
You did not get a natural 20.
Miss on that third one. Okay, so you actually were a little slightly higher.
Yeah, I was a 14 instead of 12.
Okay, so you would go now.
Right. Gonna move forward. Prevent him from getting to the door. And since he's been a douche bucket, I'm going to attack.
Yep.
With Power Strike.
Oh. You have to use an action to pull out your weapon. Which means you only have 1 action left.
Alright, fine. Then I'm going to... Oh, no, that's also 2 actions. Fine, just a normal thing.
So, single action attack.
It's a normal attack. Your dice also does not work. 8. So it's 19 to hit.
Just hits.
Yes! Stupid freak. 8 points of damage, please.
All right.
Striking damage, please.
All right. So 8 points, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and that will be the end of your turn. So now this guy is going to go.
No. Because I moved. And I attacked.
And you pull out your sword.
And I pulled out my sword. Okay. Yep.
All right, you are now flanked by him, so you got
Apparently it's
-2
late
on
enough that I'm
your
tired.
AC.
Oh, shiz buckets. I am flanked.
Natural 20.
Are you serious?
I am.
Ugh.
All right, so
Okay.
that is, I believe, my second natural 20, actually, this
Game.
combat. There we go. So, rolled a 1, but, so it's plus 5, 6, 12 points of damage. Of slashing
I didn't add my
damage to you.
strength to my damage.
Oh.
So it actually would have been 11, not 8.
Oh, okay.
So 12 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So that was his first attack. He's going to attack you again.
Okay.
And that one will definitely miss.
All right, then.
Let's see, what else could he do?
Is it piercing damage, though?
No, it's slashing.
Okay.
And nothing else really to do, so he is going to, let me see. Actually, you know, he's going to try and grab a hold of you. To try and hold you down.
Good luck.
And he will definitely fail that. So he tries to grab around. You just gotta buck him off. Send him bouncing back a little bit.
Back it up off me, biatch.
All right. Now it's Calvo's turn. And you are, again, flanked.
How did I do that?
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that fell off.
And I felt like it.
And that will be a 23.
Seriously?
Yes.
Justin.
All right.
Oh my god.
That's another one. So that's 6 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then he will, once again, and that will miss. And then I guess if the last one, I would have to crit you in order
You would have to crit to hit me. Because you're -10 at that point. For a third attack.
He is going to instead
knock over the door.
Knock over the door.
Attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Because he just moved. What's up?
Yeah, because he's going to try and move on the other side of the table to stay away from you. What did you roll?
An 8.
You missed. So it's 8 plus 9, right?
7.
8 plus 7, so you miss.
Yeah.
So as he backs up, you swing at him, but he dodges out of the way of that.
Unreal.
Okay. It's Stella's turn.
Stella!
So,
take him out, Stella!
Stella's still there.
You wouldn't take our coin,
fighting
Stella!
So he, once again, you want to roll for her?
Sure.
You roll for her.
17.
That will definitely hit. Roll.
So what's her modifier?
Plus 9.
9, jeez.
Roll a D12.
10.
Ooh!
Strength.
Yes, so she does 10 plus 2, so it's 12 plus the 2.
Is she still raging?
Yeah, she's still raging. So that's 14 points of damage.
Nice!
She hits this guy, and he is hurt. She just slams down on him with her hammer, and wearing leather armor doesn't help a lot against that hammer, and you hear bones crack as she slams on him with this hammer.
Oh my gosh.
That was your first attack?
Okay. Second's also an 18.
18 minus 5, but still plus 9.
Plus 9.
That's going to hit.
Plus 4, so that's a 23.
Okay, so Stella, roll the... You don't even have to roll.
No, I don't want you!
Even a natural 1. What is it? It's a 1. Okay, plus her offense, though. Oh, I got that wrong. Her offense is a plus 4.
No, so it's fine.
So she slams with the hammer, and he crumples under.
Can I see this happen?
Yes, you can.
Looks like a line of sight.
Yeah, you can see it happen.
Okay,
Roll a perception check. Let's see in the heat of battle if you are aware enough of your surroundings.
16.
16? Yeah.
16 plus.
You hear the crunch, and he lets out a scream as he's slammed down.
So I'm going to shout out. Can I have a free action to shout something out?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm going to shout out at Calvo.
Calvo.
I'm going to shout out to Calvo. Calvo! 1 down!
All right.
That's all I'm going to shout.
It is now your turn.
Okay. I turn around. I'm assuming that that's not going to be an action.
No, that's not action.
I'm going to go after this guy. And this time, I'm going to do power strike.
All right.
You are a power attack.
What is it? You miss. You got 1 action left. At a minus 10.
I know. Okay.
Or you can move. If you attacked with your tail, it would be a minus 8.
Fine. I'll do it. I'm going to attack with my tail. I'm going to flip around, smack his hand with my tail. Actually, no. I'm going to use it like a bullwhip.
Okay, just whip him.
I'm going to try and whip his back.
All right.
7.
That will miss.
-1.
All right.
1 plus 7.
-1. All right. So that will. So you try and whip him, and it comes around. Just manages to hit on a thick piece of leather.
How I am an armature right now.
Yes.
Like 100%. I just realized I put the legs on this thing super awkward.
Yeah. So Festro, who is the one that you were trying to attack, he's gonna lash back at you.
Yeah. What else?
28 to hit.
Fucking hell!
And that will be 8 points of slashing damage.
Yes.
And then he's going to attack a second time. Wait, was that the right one? I have two dice and it went behind myself. That will it's a 2. It's 11. So that will definitely miss. And you're blocking the door, so there's nothing he can.
Yeah, I am blocking the door. You come through me, I attack you. You move, I attack you.
He is going to.
Well, if you move more than 5.
He's had 2 moves. He's going to move back 5, just to 5 foot.
Oh, dang it.
Actually,
move more than that. Move more.
Oh, this guy's off the board.
Yes, he is.
All right. That is the end of his turn. It's now Calvo's turn. And Calvo is actually going to walk right there. And then he is going to... Actually, I don't need to roll that. I just need to roll this. Okay. He is going to use his sword, and he breaks the window.
Seriously?
There. And then... 19 on the athletics check. He's going to jump through the window to the outside.
The window doesn't hurt... Breaking the window doesn't hurt him?
He did it with his sword, so no. He didn't do it with his fist. And he is going to jump out the window. Out of there and start fleeing. Combat. So, 1 to hit the window. 1
jump through it.
Jump through it.
Run.
Yep. 1 to start running.
How many spaces can he
I actually... Yeah, he can probably move a couple. It'd just be 4. Or 5. So he's off the board. All right. It is now Stella's turn.
Oh, jeez.
Stella's going to take 1 action to move up next to him. This other character rolls a 19. So she is definitely going to hit. Roll that d12 for me. This guy hasn't taken any damage yet.
4.
4 plus 4. So she does 10 points of damage. to him. Want to roll for a second attack? You roll it. Stella.
I should not roll anything at this point. It's a 6.
6. All right, so she's going to miss on that second one.
I'm just done. Just done with combat. Not even interested in attacking him.
And then he's kind of trapped there, so she's going to kind of hold. I guess it just makes sense to attack one more time. So I will attack one more time.
So
It'll miss.
Crit,
yeah, she'd have to crit. So it is your turn.
Breathing heavily. Knowing that they've now shattered the window. And he's off. Probably not going to be able to catch him. This is absolutely wasted afternoon. I shout to Stella. Disengage, love. He's gone.
Okay, so you're not going to attack this last one?
I'm not going to attack him.
All right, so it's now his turn. He is going to follow the example of his predecessor.
All right, wait. I am actually going to try and grapple him.
Okay, roll an athletics check.
I am not superstitious, but bloody hell. 19. 19 plus 8.
Okay, you managed to
27.
grapple him. He is currently grappled and unable to move.
Alright, so I'm just going to hold him here. And I'm going to say, you're done. You can either you can either stop fighting me, or we can continue fighting and I can kill you, or Stella will kill you. One or the other. You're stuck here.
I ain't no snitch.
You don't have to be a snitch. That's fine. But stop struggling.
He stops for a moment, waiting to see what you're going to do.
So I'm going to take him back to the table.
You're going to carry him?
No. He's going to move willingly. Because I've got him grappled.
That doesn't mean
I've got my arms around him.
I know, it doesn't mean he's going to move willingly.
And then I'm going to look at Stella and say, poke him with your sword. Or poke him with your war
Make an
hammer.
intimidation check.
16.
Plus?
What's intimidation?
It's a skill. So it says intimidation.
It is true. 6.
So 12. So 22.
22.
He lets himself be led to the table.
Right. So I sit him down. Since you're intimidated. I'm just going to say, do I have to, tie you to the chair? I really don't want to.
No.
Alright, fantastic. Okay. What do you know about your boss's operation? And please give me something, because I now have to go to my bosses and explain this whole fiasco and that, the window has been broken, and I just don't want to do that. So could you please just give me something? What is he doing
What's it worth to you?
I will give you gold.
How much?
10 gold pieces.
There's a house 2 blocks down. It's where we run out of.
Is he taking the people? I will literally give you more gold. Will you please just answer my questions? And I look over at the bartender and I'm like, we're going to pay for that. I promise. And I'm pointing at the window. We will pay for that. And then I look back at him. Like, please just give me some answers.
Festro.
I'm even going to let you go.
You'll find everything you need there.
At the house. 2 doors down.
It's a block down.
1 block down. What's the house look like?
It's a wooden structure, unpainted. There's a large gate for a wagon to get pulled in. More of a garage or barn than a house.
Are there any markings that are distinctive, that'll make it easy to find.
Just look for the wagon wheels. There's aren't that many wagons.
Just a wagon.
This is about that girl, isn't it? I knew that would cause us problems.
What? Can you tell me everything that you know about the girl?
We didn't know who she was. She hangs out around here a lot. She came looking for her boy, and
He took her.
Calvo thought it was an easy mark.
Has she been sold already?
No.
Why are you looking at me like that? What is he taking the people for?
We don't know why they want them.
Who wants them? Who are you selling them to?
The Citadel.
What?
Calvo's got a deal worked out.
He's selling the people to the Citadel.
We make a delivery once a week.
How many people has he sold to the Citadel?
I don't count so good.
20? 30?
I don't count so good.
How many people can we put in a wagon?
Well, we generally only put, there's a hidden compartment underneath, so we
How
only
many?
generally have 4 in a load.
And you go every week?
Yeah.
How long have you been going?
Couple months. First it was animals, and then they want something bigger. Something more intelligent, they said, I guess. The dogs and cats weren't cutting it.
Have you been doing it for at least a month and a half?
Yeah.
Have you been doing it for 2 months?
Something like that. We don't always have as many. I mean, you can't always find people to take. It's been hard lately. That's why we ended up, going into town farther. And I knew that was going to cause problems. But he said that they were demanding more.
And you have no idea what they're using them for?
I don't really care. They paid. That's all I cared about.
What's the going rate for a human being these days?
Oh, Calvo pays my wage. I don't know how much it gets at the gate.
Well, look at Stella. How is she reacting to this?
She is like dumbfounded. She is like, what the heck is this?
Do you know anything else about the operation?
I know that we go. They know exactly who we are and what it's for. And I know it's high enough up that nobody asks questions. That's on. Calvo's the one who makes the deals. I just help get the people in the cart.
Where would Calvo have gone tonight?
He'd go back there.
Right. So I stand up, pull out the gold, the pouch, drop 10 gold on the table.
He grabs them real quick.
I would drop 2 more on top of that. And I look at him and I say, if I ever see your face again in this town, I will slit your throat. Do you understand me?
Clear as crystal. Pockets the gold and runs out the front door.
Okay. And I look at Stella and I say, you ready to go kill a slaver?
Absolutely. And who the heck is buying people in the Citadel?
Oh, don't worry. Pretty sure I'm going to end up putting them on the list as well. I walk over to the barkeep, drop another 10 gold on the bar, and I say, for the window. I do apologize about that. That was not intentional.
No problem.
And possibly, and I take a couple more, and I drop it, like another 10 or 15. I was like, could maybe, like, make it not so tippy? So that it possibly, and I just did the entire thing out. I say, get better alcohol.
You just gave him the rest of the bag?
Yes, I gave. No, wait. Oh, wait. I have to hold back 50. I have to hold back 50. So all the rest of it. So it's 100. So I give him 100 gold. Minus 10, 90. I give it 9. No, minus 12.
Okay.
So I give him the rest. No, wait. No, you know what? I go back over and I take all the rest of the gold and I just give him the 10. And I say, no, just handle the door. Oh, handle the window. I'm keeping the rest of it. You can't have it. I put it back on my pouch.
Thank you.
Seriously, the next time I come down here, that window had better be taken care of.
I'll take care of it. No worries whatsoever.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. No words better come out of your mouth about what just happened.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
No problem.
And then we walk out the door. Do we have to stop here or can we go kill him?
We gotta stop here. So that's where we'll end. Next time you will chase after Calvo to their hideout to see where things go from here.
I'm gonna slit his throat.
All right.
I'm freaking real. I did not expect that.
No, you didn't.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh.
Well, there we go.
I got a little emotional. I was a little bit like ready to punch the person in the face right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing on my all the thing. And that was like a whole thing, and I'm asking about slavery and laws, and like that totally played into this, and I didn't even realize it.
So just to give you
it's like a whole thing for me.
Just to give you
especially, you probably didn't realize it. Last week, you were wearing hashtag and human
Yes, I was.
I'm like, oh, that is hilarious that that's the shirt that
yes,
you were
it was.
wearing last week.
So I want to give you just a idea of something here, just to help here. 26 gold is a year's wages.
Fantastic. I'm spreading the wealth, man.
You are spreading the wealth.
Somebody that won the lotto and he's just giving money to everybody.
I'm noticing this. Rich person who has no idea what money is. Or poor person
who doesn't.
Well, just person who never
really had all that much money.
Yeah.
She's never really had all that much money. She hasn't gotten paid for a lot of things in her life.
So, all right. So that's where we will end.
Oh my gosh. So I want to go hunt him down and kill him.
In the Citadel.
Because I want to kill whoever that is too. And it better not be Brutus or I'm going to be really sad.
Oh, you will have to find out next week on Party of Two.
All right. So, this is episode 4.
So, yeah.
The next episode. So, if you are watching this on YouTube right now, that means that when we find out and get to shoot, or not shoot, I don't have a gun, slit the throat of the freaking human trafficker, it will be live on Twitch. Oh my gosh.
There we go. And then it'll be a question of where it goes from there. Thank you all for watching. It was we were happy to have you here. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell for
hit the ding ding bell.
Yep. And then again
on Twitch,
we will be sharing those links for Twitch. Also for those who want to watch live.
Yes.
And thank you.
You are gonna love it. So follow us on Instagram at Party of Two RPG. You can follow me personally. My personal page is Haley White Bell. Weston doesn't have a personal page because he is not joined the rest of the 21st century. What else?
If they want to talk about stories, you can go to Discord.
Oh yeah, you can go to the writers' room for Pathfinder. The Pathfinder writers. Pathfinder's Writer's Room. We'll put the link in the description below, but if you're a GM and you have questions or you want to riff against other GMs, you can join the Discord below, which I started specifically for that purpose. So go ahead and look at that.
All right, and just remember, it only takes 2.
Good night, you guys.
Have a good night.